This is where I failed.
What's up, Michael? What's up, Tony? How you guys tonight? Yeah, thank you. I mean, you're already at like hard at work here. Like, jeez. I'm pretty good, Michael. Thanks for asking, sir. Bear with me while I get this all set up, because YouTube doesn't give me the option anymore to fill it all out before I start live stream. That was the dumbest thing they ever did, was take that away. That is not the document I wanted. That's my members. I want tags. There we go. Gotta do something to keep you awake. There's this thing called taking a nap. Alright. Save that. Here. Save that. Discord didn't notify again? Well, let's do one of these here. I don't know why mine's not going. And it goes up early. Maybe it's because I posted a video today. I don't know. It's bugging out. I post a members only video, and it immediately, as soon as I upload it, it gives a notification. I don't understand it. Add this. We just copy this here. That. Do this. Okay. And then I flip this switch, and it should start over her. What you do. Okay. So then we pop out that. We move this. Put this. We join this, and we good to go. Okay. All right. Let's do some time.
What's up?
What's up, Honky?
Nice. Just finished filling out the last of our paperwork on our end. So.
All right.
Yep, now all we gotta do is show up Wednesday and just
get the
sign a bunch of documents, then get the keys. Oh, and then give them a bunch of our money. So, like all of it.
Here you go. Here's my entire bank account, my kidneys, my liver too.
Pretty much. Yeah. I don't know how formal of a process it is. Like the seller doesn't need to show up, but like I'd have to go to the attorney's place to sign this. Like it has to be done in person. It's like,
Yeah,
oh,
it's a lot of money, so that's fair.
yeah. Yeah. I mean, everything up to this point's been like DocuSign, and it hasn't been like, you know, like funny papers of like they don't mean anything. They're pretty considerable. Like yeah, I'd like DocuSign and to commit to like paying someone like 32 grand. So it's like, listen, can we just do this? Like do I gotta dress up for it? Come on.
I put on your Sunday best.
I feel like I have to, because like the real estate attorney that's doing this is like works with my dad, and he's like the owner of this like super huge real estate firm in the area. So like when I told someone that I was working with this guy, they're like, oh yeah, the firm, like who are you working with at the firm?
Piper, are
like,
you?
no, it's this guy. He's like 86 years old, and they're like, oh man, you must know somebody if like he's doing your stuff. And I was like, yeah, I know my dad. Yeah. But like this guy, like I don't know, I highly doubt he's gonna be there. But now I feel like I have to like dress nice.
Yeah, you gotta dress somewhat nice because you gotta get the picture, you get the keys and all that.
Oh, they only do that if you have a real estate agent. When they're like, oh, like
I know,
just
so you
sold.
gotta do it yourself. So not we could dress like straight hood. Yeah, bought my first house.
I'll dress how I normally dress, in gym shorts and a hoodie, and like, you know, looking 20 years down the road, I'll be like, yeah, kids, this was all the style back then.
This is where I stand. I got the keys to this house that you were conceived in. You wouldn't build them stores? Nope.
It's like, Dad, it looks like you're dressed like you couldn't afford that house. Touche, son. Your dad couldn't fit into any of his clothes then, so he had to wear gym shorts.
Let's get some jorts and rock your knee brace and get a leather vest. Can of beer.
Wow, it would have been cool if we closed like a week and a day later, like closed on Halloween, because then you just wear a costume or something.
Dressed as a ghost, so your kids in the future be like, was that racist? No, that was a ghost. What?
Friday or something different or nothing?
Why are you so quiet?
You are indeed quiet.
Yeah, the only way I heard you was I alt-tabbed and I didn't have any game sounds.
Better.
Yes, slightly, yes. Yeah, I mean, oh, there you go. Yeah, you get the. I was gonna say the Discord didn't. What if I hadn't done it in 2 weeks?
It's being dumb for some reason, like, because I schedule early videos for members, and for some reason, as soon as I upload them now, it's posting that it's there, even though the video is not live for everybody. So I don't know what's up its ass.
That makes sense. Oh, that's what I was going to do.
You guys doing farming?
Tell me you don't
Friday.
read Discord. Tell me you don't read the Discord.
I guess, like, I don't get no notifications.
Or watch the Feenix moment.
Yeah, jackass.
I don't. I only watch that Fridays just to see if we're streaming on Friday and Saturday. And fast forward to like 3/4 of the way through.
Jeez. God damn, alright.
When did you post?
No,
it?
and then I go back and watch them afterwards. It's just like I don't like. It's not on my mind.
No.
like, during
You've
weeks.
already ratted yourself out.
No, I'm telling you my logic. Like I'm owning up to it. Like I don't do that until like Thursday, maybe.
Full
Yeah,
disclosure,
usually it's
I don't know if you've heard it or
Thursday.
not. I won't be here tomorrow night. It's the missus' birthday.
Okay. I do remember hearing that.
No. Good. My dad texted me today. He was like, "You want to do a fire tonight or tomorrow?" And I was like, I don't know. We got plans tomorrow." And then my wife's like, "We can't. There's a burn ban in effect." So I was like, "Yeah, there's a burn ban in effect. We're in like a drought right now."
Not here.
We are here. The fire marshal's office posted it. Said there's no burning of any kind. The only outdoor fire you're allowed to have is a small campfire and for cooking only. It has to be clear of all vegetation and debris. I think we're
Yeah, we haven't gotten much in the way of rain.
around us. We're the second worst off. First being New Jersey. Southern Delaware is a step above abnormally dry. It's like a moderate drought or something like that.
Yeah, we haven't gotten like any rain in October and like barely any in September, and yet they haven't mentioned anything about being in a drought at all, which is weird.
Like, we got dumped on for like 2 weeks straight, and then it's just nothing for the past like month and a half. It's just like, hey, we'll take one of them hurricanes up this way.
Well, no.
Oh, by the time it reaches us, it's just a wicked storm. Oh, up there? No, you guys. Jesus Christ, you guys don't know how to deal with it.
We do. It's just up in this area where everything's just so freaking old, and it's like power just. You get like a gust of wind, the power goes out everywhere.
I'll give my town credit. It used to be that way. Every time we got like the slightest of storms, power would go out. Now I can't tell you the last time our power went out. Knock on wood. During a storm. The last 2 times my power has gone out is because they cut the power off to do something with the meters or whatever, and just forgot to turn it back on. Oh no, sorry, they said it was a faulty meter. Not forgot to turn it back on. They never checked to see if it was back on. They just like, oh, all right, meter's in. That's our job. We're out. Pissed me off though, because I was in the middle of recording my mom's spotlight, and there's a knock on the door, so I go answer. It's one of the guys from the construction crew that's out here renovating the apartments. And he's like, "Hey, we're just to let you know, we're gonna shut the power off for maybe 15 to 20 minutes." I was like, "Oh, okay, all right." So I come back, I just shut my PC off, and I was sat over on the couch, and I'm like, I'm just gonna sit here and wait. My wife got me some Deadpool like puzzle books. So I was sitting there, I was just working on a puzzle, and I was like, damn, it's been like a long time and the power still hasn't gone out. And I looked at my phone, it's been an hour. I was like, okay. He said getting ready to. Why is the power not off yet? 2 hours later, still hadn't shut the power off. 2.5 hours later, Still hadn't shut the power off. So I said, screw it. I'm going back to getting on my computer. Never shut the power off. I was like, okay. Alright, well, what? They must have been fucking with that dude. He's just like, go around to everybody's apartment and knock on the door and let them know we're about to shut the power off. Oh, okay. He just walked around the whole apartment complex knocking on doors. Literally the only thing I can think of. Comcast did the same damn thing to me. Monday they were like, oh, they scheduled maintenance that's supposed to improve our connection and our internet speeds. All day Monday, on and off, on and off, on and off, on and off, on and off. I finally did a speed test after they were done, and my internet speed did not improve at all.
Interesting.
Did you ever figure out what kind of net you got at the new place? Or if you have
So, it has one of those like super old I think it's like just above DSL, like Verizon boxes.
man, are you gonna be able to get your Comcast out there? Or, excuse me, Xfinity.
That's what I'm checking right now.
You haven't checked that yet?
No, I mean we're not moving right in, so like I just need to. I want to set up internet so we can put in like security cameras while we're not living there.
Does Comcast even go out that way?
I mean, I have Comcast right now.
Well, he says it's only like 5 minutes down the road, didn't you?
Yeah. It's literally 5 minutes down the road. Well, no, literally it's 7 minutes.
I see you kind of stopwatch too.
But it's maps.
Google Maps. Or excuse me,
Okay.
Apple Maps.
I just realized why I asked my question, because you're on online mode, not in-game mode. That's why I wasn't showing you playing Farm Sim.
Huh?
On your Steam, you're online for me. You're not actually in a game. That's why I asked if you're streaming tonight.
Oh, it's because I'm
you're
in
not-
OBS Studio. And
That's
I
why
have
it's only
OBS
on,
Studio hidden.
Okay.
Because I thought that would,
makes sense.
like, if I was in a game, it would hide it and show the game instead of OBS, but that's not how that works. So. I don't understand. Like, if you're in a recording program, I don't understand why that's automatically over top of the game you're in. It should always be the game that's above it. But that's not how Steam works. So I found the hidden feature, so I hid OBS so it doesn't show up when I'm in OBS. But now I guess just as I'm online instead of being in a game. So that's great.
Yes. That's why I asked, because it's like, okay, well, better ask just to make sure, but...
Tell me you don't follow me on YouTube without telling me you don't follow me on YouTube. Because you could easily just open up YouTube and see that I'm live streaming.
I don't have notifications pushed.
You don't
With
have to have
this new-
notifications. You can just open up YouTube. And it will be
Literally.
there.
This phone, if you do not use the app for so long...
You're on the computer, dog, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm watching Xfinity streams. Or
Okay.
Xfinity.
You have multiple screens. You could easily just open. You know, you'd have another one if it just wasn't sitting on your floor.
No, I just don't have it plugged in. I can, but I just haven't been busy.
For how many months?
Doesn't take that long.
3 weeks.
Yeah, for real. PJ sent me a one, and I had it hooked up that night. So, what's your excuse?
I've just been busy trying to get ready for winter. Whenever get winter, then I'll plug it in.
Since the summer?
No, I just got this 3 weeks ago.
He sent him to you way before 3 weeks ago. Home dog, what are you on about?
I did.
Yes, but my old one couldn't run it.
Your old one what?
Computer.
Oh, you got a new computer?
Mm-hmm.
So you got a new computer 3 weeks ago, and you still haven't set it up?
Nope.
I don't believe you.
I've been dropping hints for the last 3 weeks, but no one's picked up on it.
I mean, why do you need to hint at it?
Yeah, and why
That's
do you
what I
have to
do.
wait 3 weeks to hook it up? You've literally been playing Grocery Store Simulator since like 7 o'clock. That's 2 hours you could have easily had a new computer set up. Okay. The silence is deafening.
Well, I don't know what to reply back to, so I'm just watching a video.
What?
How did you want me to reply back?
It does make sense that you went out. How much did you spend on this computer?
5.
So you bought another piece of junk. You spent $500 on a computer and didn't go home and open it.
Yeah, I'm running it right now.
Huh?
Yeah, I'm running it right now.
You just said you didn't have it set.
The third monitor.
You just said you didn't have the new computer set up. You've had it for 3 weeks and you didn't have time to set it up because...
You were talking about the strings, and I was talking about my third monitor. I haven't had time to plug it into the new computer yet because I've just been running dual monitors. I've had the new computer for 3 weeks. I've been using it for 3 weeks.
Are you fucking with me?
And which part? All that what I just
You
said
just
is
said
true.
you got a new computer 3 weeks ago and you hadn't had time to set it up.
Set up the third monitor, yes.
You said your new computer... Okay, never mind. I give up. But you're still using the TV monitor,
No.
so you have...
All 3 computer monitors now.
I think where everything is leading to is, so you had time to set up your new computer,
Just on my third monitor. Yes.
but not your third monitor, which could not have been done simultaneously because you were too busy.
Well, I didn't have the cable for it.
An HDMI cable?
DisplayPort.
I sent you one.
Yeah. It's somewhere up in my room.
What? Did you just say it somewhere in your room?
Yeah, somewhere in the bedroom, yes.
Why would you put it in your bedroom if you don't have a computer in your bedroom?
put it up there just for now because at the time I didn't get run through monitors.
It's a lot of effort.
Stiff drink.
Yep. I'm gonna take a swig. Yeah, it's a lot of effort going to get that cable.
Oh, I finally ordered a display cable, a port cable. I no longer have my. It was a display port to HDMI cable that I had to plug into a HDMI to DVI.
Oh yeah, I have all of
Converter.
those adapters. Mm-hmm.
So that's what I've been. That's what I was running ever since I got my new computer. Now I can just run DisplayPort to DisplayPort. So I have a monitor with DisplayPort.
Yeah, because I used it to do with those monitors. Because I only had, when I had the 3 monitor setup with all of them being the same, I had my computer at the time only had 2 display ports.
What up?
So then I had,
Oh, shit.
hey.
Big boy showing up.
So then I had to run, do HDMI to, or DisplayPort to, and get an adapter for DisplayPort to HDMI adapter to plug that into the computer. And then for work, because I had my workstation there, I had to do HDMI to DVI. And then what's the other one? DVI is the one that's got the little tongs on it, right?
So, yeah,
like
the
prongs.
white
Prongs.
fat head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, so then I
VGA
had
is
to-
the blue one.
Oh, fuck.
I had to have that too on one of them. Yeah, it was so complex because I used it for everything, and that's when technology wasn't so advanced. So for work, I had to do HDMI to VGA and then HDMI to DVI because I was using all of the display ports on the monitors for my gaming PC. It's just so complicated.
Yeah, that's what I had. I read on my old computer. I had 2 HDMIs, and then I had the second monitor only had VGA and DVI, so I had the converter from HDMI to DVI. So when I got my new computer, I was like, oh, there's gonna be plenty of ports again. Nope, it had instead of 2 HDMIs, it had 3 display ports and 1 HDMI.
Yep.
It's like, well, what?
That's- Yeah, that's what mine. I think that's what mine had.
Probably because I think they're the same generation card, aren't they? Your new one and my new
Oh
one?
no, no,
Oh,
not
your
mine.
old one.
No, I'm talking about my old one.
Oh. Yeah,
It
my
was-
old one I had 2 HDMIs and a DVI on it. This one has
Mhm.
3 display ports and 1 HDMI.
Yeah, I
What's up,
think
Chad?
mine has
How are
3
you,
display
man?
ports and 1 HDMI, and with the monitors I got, I don't need to deal with having to change anything over because they have 2 inputs, which is nice. So as long as my docking station for my computer, I have those linked up via a two USB-C cables to my monitors, and then I can just switch over and just hit the input, input 1, input 2.
Yeah, you didn't tell me these things had speakers on them.
They sure do.
I plugged it in. Doo-doo, like,
Yeah, it's a whopping 1 amp, something like that. I don't know. But for those ones, I should have had them turned down already.
well, this one definitely wasn't turned down. It scared the shit out of me when I plugged it in.
Although I think that's the one that I had kept in the box for the longest time. So that one might have had sound going, yeah, maybe. I can see that.
That's what first thing I told my wife. I was like, this guy, everything's still in the box that originally came in with the original styrofoam. I was like, this is. I thought I was bad about that.
Listen, I take care of this. I take care of my stuff. Like, you know. And I just figured because like I kept the boxes for these monitors, and I'm just like, I don't know how I would. It's just like, I guess because my end game, like once I move to like the house, I'm gonna throw these boxes away because I plan on being there for a long time. But because I've moved around from like place to place to place, like I'm keeping these boxes because I know I'm not gonna like, this is not my final destination, you know. So I will be moving again, and it's the easiest way to move monitors, in my opinion. Just throw it right back in the box.
Your LAN parties. Oh, you weren't computer gaming back then, were you?
No, but I was doing LAN parties on the Xbox with Halo. Yeah, hell yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you go to your room and get that cable yet?
No.
You don't even have to open any doors. You have no doors in your house, so...
Yeah, I do.
Throw back that curtain.
Yeah. Pull back the shower curtain. Does your shower curtain have rubber duckies on it? I'm gonna take the silence as a yes.
It's actually Power Rangers, thank you. So what do you think for operating security cameras and like if I occasionally decide to work there like during the day? Because so the other part of this, I think I already told you, is like we have to like be quote unquote living there.
The insurance thing, yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's like I'm gonna have to work there, which doesn't require too much in terms of bandwidth, but mainly just for security cameras and working from home like 1 or 2 days. You think like the 300 would be enough?
300 what?
Megabits.
Oh. Pretty sure. Well, as you're downloading a bunch of stuff for work, it should be fine.
Yeah. I mean, it's only for like 3 months, so.
So you have to pay for internet for both places for 3 months too? That's kind of...
I mean, it's $30 a month. Listen, like if you're looking at like we have unlocked yesterday like a bunch of new, just like random expenses that come up that we didn't, no one ever told us about for like being a homeowner. So like we have to pay like water and sewer.
Mm-hmm.
And
you didn't ask at the first
trash.
time?
Oh no, we don't have to pay for trash.
You have to pay for that's because you're in town.
Well, yeah, anywhere I lived, I've never had to pay for trash, but it could have been that like the landlord paid for it, or because like I've never had to pay for water and sewer because I've always rented and it's like included in the rent here. I think it's like required that the landlord pay for that stuff. But like my wife's aunt lives in town, and so she was asking her about stuff. Because I got a text from the seller being like, hey, like I called the water and sewer to do like their final meter reading on such and such day, and it'll be transferred over to you. It's like, okay, yeah, that's cool. Like, why are they keeping track of our water? And then come to find out, there's like, it's like every one is water's like every is quarterly, and then sewer is like every 6 months, and you get charged for that, and it's based on water usage. I looked at my wife, and I was like, you're not taking half-hour showers anymore, that's for damn sure.
Damn.
But that's like,
yeah, but you said she's got a lot of hair, so that's kind of a necessity, isn't it?
Yeah, well, You know, we're gonna find alternative ways.
Go,
Because right
go
now it's
use.
just like leave the water running and like do. Oh, we'll run like the. We'll have like the dishwasher, the washing machine, and taking a shower like simultaneously. Like, well, whatever. Like, but now it's like no.
Go use the neighbor's hose to wash your hair.
I'm gonna get rain barrels. But so there's like those random costs, and it's not cheap either. Apparently, it's like hundreds of dollars per pay period for each. And it's like, oh, okay, great, sure, tack it on. So what I'm saying is, paying for internet at 2 places for 3 months is, at this point, we're just like, yeah, whatever. We're already.
Might as well do it.
Yeah, seriously. Like, it's not like we really have a choice because, like, we need to have some kind of security system in place. Like, if we're not living there.
Exactly.
And the only security systems I've found, like, you have to have Wi-Fi in order to be able to watch it remotely and get notifications. So.
Well, most
like,
of them
I
operate,
have-
unless you have a hardwired one, most of them operate off of.
Yeah, but I'm not about to get into like hard. This is just a temporary thing. So like once we move in there, then I'll like install an actual like security system, like an alarm system. But until then, like this is just like getting a couple, like a camera at every entrance, and that's about it. It's like not like they're gonna be able to steal anything. There's nothing in there to steal.
They can steal your heart.
Well, I mean, they could break in and squat in the
Gotta
place
have
for
one of those.
just have to deal with squatters.
So you just walk in butt ass naked and just be like, "What's up, neighbors?" Don't mind if I do my morning yoga right here in my living room, you know.
Could you imagine PJ's walking in butt naked?
Into what situation? JT?
Squatters.
Oh, in
Squatters.
Squatter. Yeah. I mean, I feel like that would leave me.
You know the worst part though, they'd
awful
accept you. They'd be, well, no, they'd accept you. They'd be like, "Oh, he's one of us."
When'd you get into town?
You forget, he lives in Massachusetts. So it's not the meth head squatters you're used to. These are high class squatters. He shows
they come
up
with their
butt
own
ass
shopping
naked
carts.
with his special needs cat. You're gonna be like, okay, we're gonna go find another place.
Yeah, I'm like Dizzy, sick him. He's just gonna be like, meow, and walk in circles.
And he's like, "Shit, I forgot the laser pointer."
That's true. Yeah. Yeah. Like, Diz, get him. Shine the laser pointer on him.
Oh man.
And I feel like, so I'm looking at the plans and stuff. I feel like with a house, like an actual house, I feel like you have to. I mean, we have a landline here. Technically, it was part of the bundle plan, but we never got a landline because I don't know. I feel like the house, you have to have a landline.
What?
I feel like the landlines are practically phased out at this point.
I know, but
It's just the
I mean-
boomers that still have them, I think. Well, even my dad and stepmom, they don't have a home phone anymore.
I was gonna say most boomers don't even have them no more.
I mean, yeah, we don't have a phone, but like we actually, I found out, like we actually have a local phone number that's under our name.
Oh boy.
We just never had a phone to like plug into the socket there. We talked about it. I wanted to get one of those like antique phones.
What, this freeze up? You get a pay phone. Just a phone booth inside your living room with a pay phone in it.
You're just giving him ideas, aren't you?
I don't think we have the space for that.
Just knock down the walls to the guest bedroom. You'll be fine.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Don't have to tell me twice.
just make sure you have to do it like the London
Yeah, London phone
one.
booth. Like,
Yeah,
like
so that way
American phone booth. That'd be weird.
to pitch it to your wife and just be like, you know, Harry Potter.
Oh yeah, I mean that wouldn't take much. No, I'd just be like, hang on, I gotta take this. Close the door. While she's sitting in the living room. What the fuck?
Just come out. Did you order pizza? No.
All right. I'd just be like, yeah, all right. Listen, my wife's trying to listen into this conversation. Hang on, and just slam the door.
Damn.
I can still hear you.
It's the principle of the matter here. Slam the door shut means you shouldn't be listening in on this.
Excuse me.
Excused.
Yeah, this way you get a phone booth. Your phone will have more doors than Brandon.
I like to have. Maybe put the phone booth outside, like on the maybe like a big back porch. Just like put it on the back porch.
Can I use your
I feel
phone?
bad
Yeah, it's
for
out
his
on the back
parents,
porch.
Could you imagine walking into Cockmouth and walk past his room and he's banging a fucking chicken? Like, God, why didn't we put doors up?
That's why they took the doors down, so he couldn't do that anymore.
Yeah, but they know it's going to happen. They don't want to see that.
His dad was like, "Son, you know you can't be doing that. We're taking your door down until you learn not to." And that's when he was like 6, and he still hasn't learned.
They're like, fuck it, put it back up. We're tired of him fucking the chicken. But Dad, I love cocks. I always knew you were special.
Skirt. Yeah. I, for the first time this week, had a Whopper. I've never had a Whopper before.
I've never had a Whopper.
Well, Burger King's absolutely nasty, so
I've never had a
it's
Big Mac
understandable.
I've never had a Big Mac.
What?
But I
No.
did get.
What?
Never had a Big
What the
Mac.
fuck's wrong with you?
I've never had Big Mac.
By the time I got of age of like where a Big Mac would be like a qualified meal for me,
What's the age of that?
I don't know, like I don't know. That's actually a good question. Like, at what age do you qualify to like get your first Big Mac?
Because you think of the actual size of it for a meal or the actual calorie count? Let's be real here. Which one?
Oh, like the size.
Okay.
Well, let's put it this way. Like, I would get like I wasn't wealthy enough to get a Big Mac here. I was doing the two cheeseburger.
The McDoubles.
Yeah, the McDoubles. Getting the McDouble meal, the number 2. McDouble meal. Like, that's what I would get every time. Or the McChicken meal.
So,
gotta do the McGangbang.
So if you want
one
so if you
McDouble,
wanted
one, McChicken stacked on each other. good.
So if you want to do a cheap Big Mac, you could do a McDouble, add mac sauce to it.
I
No,
am
the
curious
McDouble
how
was-
the chicken Big Mac is.
The McDouble was 2 separate cheeseburgers.
No, the McDouble should be double cheeseburger.
No.
Yeah, the McDouble is a small cheeseburger with 2 patties.
Wait, no. What am I thinking of?
Yeah.
They have a cheeseburger, which is just a McDouble with 1 patty.
I thought it was 2 cheeseburgers. That was the deal. It was like 2 single patty cheeseburgers. That was one of their
Well,
numbers.
Well,
That
I
might have
mean,
been one of the deals. The McDouble is an actual sandwich, which is like 2. It's a cheeseburger with 2
Oh,
patties.
I'm thinking of yeah. All right. So it was not the McDouble, but it was the number 2, and it was 2 cheeseburgers and a medium fry. So that's what I would get. And then as soon as the snack wrap came out, I exclusively had snack wraps, and that was it.
I don't get the
And then
taste.
if I go now, I just get a McChicken.
The chickens are pretty good, but they have the Big Mac. The
Because they
chicken Big
used to be
Mac
on the
which
dollar
is-
menu. Because I used
Oh,
to live
yeah.
off the dollar menu. Because I would do a cheeseburger, a McChicken, and the value fry, and it was $3.
Yeah, now you're paying $2.99 just for McChicken.
Yeah. So like I'm not spending like $7. I think it was like $5.49 or $6, something like that, at the time for the Big Mac meal, and I was like, no. That extra $3 is going to be spent on my mega like 32-ounce can of Monster.
Jesus.
You know, the one that had like the twist top.
Yeah.
Yep, I used to get 2 of those.
Jesus.
Yep. But my friends like meeting up at Dunks in the morning before school. It's like, nope, I'm heading over to the convenience store and I'm getting my 2 Monsters and drink them throughout the day. So,
I was always
for
more of
those-
a rock
for
star
those
guy.
I went on a big Rockstar kick.
Until my buddy drank 2 or 3 of them in one day and his piss actually turned green. So I was like, it's not because of Rockstar. And then I drank like 3 of them in one day, and then my piss was like a Mountain Dew color. And I was like, okay, yep, I'm off of those now.
The Rockstar was decent because it was a gold color. That was fine. I actually liked those for quite some time. I think I'd moved from Monster over to Rockstar, and then when I went to the snowboard school, we had got like the free Red Bulls, so then I switched over to Red Bull, and then I realized that it was just terrible for you no matter what, and then that's when I switched over to coffee.
I was a Rockstar guy until Dale Jr. started driving for Amp Energy, and I was like, well, I gotta support my guy.
Oh, I
And I
tried
switched
that a
hard
couple
on.
times. Ooh.
Amp Energy.
Nope.
Yep.
I never could get behind that. I tried. And I was like, it kind of tasted like spiked Mountain Dew.
Yep. 100%.
And I was like, pass.
I did for Dale. Speaking of sports commentators, you see that shit about Tom Brady?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Good lord.
I am certainly going to watch his first broadcast to see how that goes.
He's not going to be able to talk.
Yeah.
What's up, Steve? How are you?
He's just going to say that he's going to be the epitome of, like, I think you narrowly missed this window, Phoenix, of, like, parents raising their children right now. Or it's just like, everyone did a good job in this game. You know, everyone... You know, their effort was there. Everyone
That's
did.
good.
They should all be getting a trophy for this. Because he can't talk bad about anything. And, like, technically he's not even allowed in...
He's not even allowed in the
No.
other player or other team's facilities.
Well, so that's how So that's what I was kind of curious about. So like when they go in to do, like, because they broadcast the broadcast in person. So when they say he's not allowed into other teams' facilities, is he not allowed to go to like the broadcast booth at a different stadium?
That's a good
'Cause
question.
it's technically his, like, the other team's facilities,
Well, the owners are allowed to go to.
other people's games.
Yeah. So I would
And like the
imagine.
commissioner gets to go to every game. So I guess what's the difference at that point?
He won't be able to fart without raising
I
his
just
thing.
thought that was kind of an interesting, like, potential caveat to that. Like, oh well, broadcast booth is in the stadium, but he's not allowed in facilities.
He's not allowed to be a part of any broadcast meetings. Whether
Yeah,
it be
well,
in person or over internet. He's not allowed to see any practices.
Our local sports radio around here was just like, do you think he attends those like production meetings on Fridays anyways?
Oh, good point.
No, he doesn't. He just shows up and relies on, I mean, it's the same thing that like most of the pros that have like gone into commentary like have done. They don't show up to those things. They just show up and they have their wealth of knowledge that they share. Like they know all the players. Like Tony Romo, when he was doing that for a bit. Like, you think he showed up? And like, I highly doubt like even Troy Aikman shows up to those still. I bet he just rolls in game day.
What up?
And you know Tom Brady's like with his work ethic leading up to that, or like his throughout his career, like he doesn't need to show up to the production meeting because he's already sitting there like in his hotel room watching tape of all the games for both teams leading up to that point. So, like all the other stuff, I don't think he's going to have a problem with, because up until this point, like listening to his commentary, like he hasn't been very critical or judgmental of anybody. You know? So he's actually been kind of like, I mean, it's his first year, and it's taken a lot of people like, you know, a year or two to get comfortable with it. But like up until this point, it's just been kind of like, like I thought he was gonna have more insight. I will say, like, the first year that Tony Romo did the commentary, I was astounded because he would just like see how both teams lined up, and they're like, oh, and he's like, oh yeah, they're gonna run this play for this
he was
reason, and
calling
then they
like crazy.
and then sure enough, like they would run that exact play, and it's like, oh shit.
Floating deer.
I don't know. I don't think Tom would have done this if he didn't think he was capable of doing both. And at the same time, like, not half-assing. So, we'll
Tony
see.
did do a good job.
We'll see. Definitely want to tune into Sunday's game, whichever one he's doing. And also, if we're talking about the NFL, can we just move the Jaguars over to England? Please?
Boo.
Well, I mean, come on. It's essentially England's home team.
No, we still, but what is their actual home team?
They don't
have one.
It's the National Football League. Dude, it's only in the U.S.
It's American
I
football.
don't really watch football, so or any sport really.
It shows.
So they've been over the past like 5 or 6 years, they've been trying to like slowly transition and like expand the market into Europe they started out doing one game with the Jaguars against someone.
Oh yeah, so I've seen that on Twitch.
In England. And like last year it's always been in England, and then last year they did the game in Munich, Germany with the Patriots.
Amen,
Okay.
Steve. They did Brazil this year, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. Did not watch that game.
Picked two teams whose main color was green to play in Brazil and told them they couldn't wear the color green.
Yep.
That's the NFL.
I know. But the reason I'm saying that, Brandon, is so like since then, every year they've had at least it's going to be 3 games this year, right? Like this is going to be the 3rd game over in England this year. This weekend with the Patriots and Jaguars. But like up until this point, every game they used to do 1 game a year, and it was always some other team against the Jaguars. So that's what I'm saying. Like, can we just move the Jaguars over there? It seems like that's what they're trying to push on the English people.
Don't they have their own actual football teams that are not soccer?
No, we just went over this. No.
You missed that whole entire conversation.
No offense, but I'm tuned into watching a TV show right now, so I'm only getting here and there.
All right, well then don't participate in the conversation.
Yeah, don't ask the questions if you're not going to listen to the answer.
Right, and then ask the same question over again.
Okay.
But since they started I know, right? But since they started doing that, going over to Europe, it's been Jacksonville every year. So, like, I'm down with changing the name to INFL.
International Football League.
And then, like, let's get it going. Like, I want some better competition. This year blows. This whole year for the NFL blows.
I've been getting the TikToks for the guy that makes fun of, like, he takes, like, all the plays and adds, like, sound effects into them, and it's just like, there's so much just shitty plays.
Dude, it is a league filled with mediocrity. And it's got nothing to do with talent. Like, the talent's there. I think it's just you have, like, really good people teamed up with really bad people, and the end result is the same as if you just had really bad people. So I think the level of talent, for whatever reason, like, it's, I don't know. I watch these people in college, and I'm like, oh, they've got so much talent. And they go into the NFL, I'm like,
Cincinnati crybabies.
what happened?
They don't have to work for that contract no more, so they don't really care.
Yeah. I think that's the problem. It's like, they should start putting more contingencies in the contracts. Like, you got to play X amount of games, or you got to get X, like they do in like Madden in the career mode. Like, these are your goals. You got to hit these goals.
Give them monetary value to it. So just paying stupid ass money to these people that aren't even good.
Yeah, like, yeah.
Lamar Jackson. I said it.
Because, like, what's to, like, honestly, if my goal wasn't to be, like, a billionaire and, like, media mogul or anything like that, like, if I got a fat, like, 5-year, $50 million contract, you're damn straight I would intentionally like roll my ankle or like intentionally tear my ACL and then just be like, shit, I can't play this year, man, my bad. And then just be like, it's kind of lingering. I get some lingering pain from that. I don't feel comfortable. And just like totally fake it. And then just never play again. Because like 5-year, $50 million deal, 250 mil. Like, yep, I'm set.
I could never spend that much. I mean, I could, but I don't think I would ever. Like, I don't need fancy, flashy cars. I don't need a big house. I don't need any of that. I don't think I could, like...
I could spend $250 million in about a week.
Good lord, on what?
Exactly the things that you say you don't need.
Oh, okay.
Like, I would buy a private jet. 100%.
Don't like flying, so I don't need a jet.
Well, I hate going through like TSA and having flights being delayed and dealing with the people on planes and stuff. So, yep, that's number one. And then I'd buy multiple properties. Like big ass house in Vale.
Okay.
Big ass house in Vermont. Basically, anywhere that I would regularly travel to, just big ass house there. And then some super nice cars. Yeah, I can blow through that very quickly.
Yeah, see, like the most expensive car that I would ever think about getting would be like a brand new pickup truck. That's it.
I mean, that's still like... Well, I mean, is it going to have all the bells and whistles and stuff?
Probably not.
Yeah, I mean,
It's a pickup truck. It's made to be used for, you know, hauling stuff. I don't need a super fancy, like all leather interior, and I don't need that shit.
yeah, it's not about needs though.
I don't want it either. I'm good with some cloth seats. As long as it's got like an infotainment center, I'm good.
Yeah, for certain vehicles, I'd probably have a hired driver.
Good morning, Taiwan.
But it wouldn't be just like any hired driver. It'd be like, you know, like ex-NASCAR. Like Tony Stewart.
Killing people on the way to work.
Yeah, I'd just be like, I wasn't driving.
He rolls up to pick you up and it's got 5 squad cars following him. Damn it, Tony, you killing people again?
Tony, you know I can't get in the car this morning. Or like it would probably be like an ex-Secret Service driver that I would hire.
Is it Ner? Thank you for subscribing. Welcome to the vlog, sir.
Or just like buy a place on like out in Montana on some land where you have like a private airstrip. Oh yeah.
Now, see, I'd do some, like, I'd buy like a ton of land and just put like a house in the middle of it where I don't have to deal with people. If I want to go take a piss off my front porch, I would.
100%. That's what I'm saying. Like,
But it wouldn't be a big ass house on that giant chunk of land either.
no, I can't see myself having like like that ongoing joke. Was it 2 years? It was last year, right? About like Russell Wilson and his house had like 13 bathrooms.
Yeah, hell no.
But it only had 5 bedrooms.
What?
So like, why do you need that many bathrooms?
Yeah.
But the ongoing joke was like he has less touchdown passes than he has bathrooms.
What the hell?
Yeah, so there was a TikTok guy that was like keeping track of like how many touchdown passes he's thrown versus how many bathrooms he had.
You need 13 bathrooms in a 5-bedroom house.
I don't know, because it was also like the place was like 10 or 12,000 square feet, so it was like a big house. But yeah, again, like why do you need that many bathrooms with only many bedrooms? So people were saying just like keep the in-laws out.
You know, dudes pooped in every single one of them too.
I mean, you have to take a test dump. That's usually one of the first things that we're doing when we get the house before we move in is replacing the toilets.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you were going there to take a test dump.
No.
Oh, you didn't get a bidet?
No.
Really?
We're just getting like new temporary toilets. I feel weird about like where we live now. We're comfortable with it because they moved out and then they did a renovation of the place, so they redid everything, and we're the first people to live in here. So
yeah,
it's like
see, I thought for sure it's like the first thing we'd do in my new house, take a dump.
I mean, if you're gonna actually
these toilets,
why not get a bidet?
These toilets are original to 1965, so like
there's been many a dump taken on them.
Yeah. So the first thing that we're doing before we move in is we're replacing both toilets.
You said 1965?
Yeah.
Okay, that might be old enough then.
1965.
Because I know with some very old toilets, they have, I don't want to say radioactive material, but radioactive material. I can't remember the actual name of it right now.
No.
So if you break the actual paint that's on them,
it's asbestos, and no.
No, those are fine. I think it's 1920s toilets, I think.
But that'd probably be lead. That's one of the issues that we have with this house is so like they ripped up a bunch of the carpets and stuff, and it's hardwoods, but in
the
bathrooms,
I can see Brand just
they're coated with
on his bowl
a material that has asbestos in it. So when it's sealed, there's no risk of like any kind of asbestos poisoning or anything like that. But the second that you rip it up is when you have to deal with the asbestos. So like as is, everything's fine. But the second we touch the bathroom, like we have to get an asbestos, we have to do like a remediation of the bathrooms. And the kitchen, too. It sucks. But yeah, I feel like new toilets are a must, right? Like you want it to be like your home bowl. Like you don't want to be taking a dump in
home bowl.
Yeah, see, I showed you that.
Like, my anus bleeds.
I mean,
yeah, you said it to me, and I was singing it all the next day. And my wife was like, "What's wrong with you?" And I was like, "I'll send you the TikTok."
And she's like, "Oh yeah, I get it." But it's just temporary because, like, eventually, like, both bathrooms need to be completely redone, like, because they're like old, the original bathrooms.
The ceramic
got the wood paneling.
So it is radioactive.
So because it's a stupid split level, So the lower level living area, like kind of the basement, but not really, is the side. The walls are wood paneling. Yeah. So no, this is like the tile that matches the sink, that matches the tub, that matches the toilet.
Oh.
Yeah, it's one of those, but it's like a weird. It's like brown.
Ugh.
Yeah. So like not great. Not great. So like we need to redo both bathrooms. Yeah. The top one's a full bath. The bottom one's a half bath.
You know, I'm
But
gonna say
either
it.
way,
Brown is not the color to have in the bathroom.
I know, unless it was done intentionally. In which case, like, all right. No, but the nice thing is that they had, like, and we were there for it because it was the same day as our home inspection. Like, they had a cleaning crew come through, and they literally had like toothbrushes going through the grout in the bathroom.
Dang.
Yeah, so like, I know the place is gonna be like super clean. It's like in a pinch, no pun intended. Would I take a dump there? Yep. But
In a pinch, would I take a pinch?
yeah,
Sure.
yep, I would. But I just feel like I don't know. Toilets are like $300, something like that. So we're just gonna do some like temporary new toilets until we actually redo the bathrooms. Because after this total money suck, it's gonna be a while before we can do any like significant renovations.
Idiot.
Yep.
It's uranium oxide.
Oh,
It's-
uranium oxide.
That's what they use in towels and the glazing on towels or anything ceramic back in the day.
Is that the stuff where you can take a black light and it glows? You know what people go to the thrift shops to try to find?
I believe the China does.
Yeah, that's what
we have some down in the one place I go to. There's a couple glasses of green.
I will say it's pretty cool where people get the China cabinets and they do that. They go around to the thrift shops and they have their black lights to see if it glows, and then they'll have the cabinets with the black lights, so when you turn it on, everything glows. That's pretty cool. Would I do it? No, but it's cool to look at.
They stopped all manufacturing in 1987 of uranium glazing. That's all.
Well, I mean, it's no different than like lead paint and asbestos, where like they stopped making it for houses after a certain.
Well, as long as you don't
Oh.
actually break the toilet, you'll be fine. It's all sort of charge.
Yeah, but what if you just gotta like take a thunder dump one day and like, you know,
And crack the
mistakes
toilet.
happen. Yeah.
Well, it's kind of SOL then, a little bit. Depends on the severity or how much they use. They usually use 1 gram per mix. But
It's gonna be weird.
what?
Him staying there, like, are you gonna like move a TV in or something? Like, cause I couldn't just be in like when we
An
first
empty
moved
room.
into the house when I was a kid, like before everything got moved in, it was just eerie walking around. That was a brand new house. Like, I can only imagine an old one that, you know, settling, the creaking and all that happens. I'd be, especially at
So-
Halloween. Nope.
So, like, we actually had the assessors from our home insurance company come in this past week, and like they agreed with what the home inspector said and what my dad said, in that like the house is like whoever built the house knew what they were doing. Like, it's so solidly built, so there's no creaks or anything in the floors or anything like that. But like, is it going to be weird moving into a place where you're not like, I mean, we're essentially just going to take our like guest bedroom stuff, which consists of like a mattress on a Harvard frame and like some like a dresser and whatever we need, I guess, from that point over there, and that's gonna be it. So from like an emptiness, like that rest of the house is empty, it's gonna be kind of weird.
Yeah, it's gonna be awkward.
Yeah. Well, especially because like neither of us are used to like the quiet.
Oh yeah,
That's the worst.
lesbian
By the way.
karaoke neighbors.
Well, yeah, we don't have that. And we're next to like a interstate, so we hear all the highway traffic from the interstate.
Right now,
And
you're
then-
close to internet. You're going to be.
No, right now we are.
So you're actually going to be moving away from it then, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And before that, we lived on a state highway, or like just off of a state highway. In the
Oh
house
my
that
God, same.
we're renting.
Yeah.
Oh, so do you hear the traffic?
Yes.
Right. So
And I can
we were-
tell when
we
it
were in
is
the traffic.
snowing, that shit goes to a dead stop.
Mhm.
I shit you not. It is so cool to hear the difference.
I live literally like there's a tree line and a liquor store between where I'm at and the main highway through Delaware, and other than like trucks, like the really loud exhaust and dumbass motorcycles, you really don't hear it much.
Yeah.
I hear
If we
the
had more of a
train, which
church-
is further away, more than I hear
So-
the highway.
So right now, like, we're pinned between a state highway and an interstate. Like, we're directly in between the two of them. So we hear the state highway stuff, we hear the interstate stuff, and then where we lived before, we were just off of a state highway. So, like, you could hear the road traffic from there. But now we're living in like a true like suburb. So it's like, and this is a road that it's not like a cut through. It's like only the people that live on this street
Oh, that's nice.
go down this street. It's like super quiet.
So I got a legit question.
So I think the eerie thing will be, I mean, I grew up with it, so I don't have a problem with it, but it's going to be weird getting used to, again, like if we just have like literally I think it's not even a queen. I think it's a full-size mattress for our guest bedroom, like that, in a room with like nothing else in the house, like, and it's super quiet. Like, yeah, it's gonna be a little weird.
So legit question.
Legit answer.
You currently
Matt, how
live
are
in
you?
a gated community, correct? Of
No.
some sort. You said
I
there's
live in a townhouse
okay.
complex, which
Where
is
do you
like
ever get a
complex.
gated community from?
Well, I always imagine going up where he
think I'm
lives.
fancy.
I thought it was a gated area.
oh,
Anyway,
you think I'm fancy.
so
He's so fancy.
have you actually checked on their new neighbors?
Are you still down
Or
there?
did any research about them by chance?
You're in the
Yeah, so
affected area.
first of all, the people that are selling us the house live on the street. It's like
So
the
they
street
have two
intersects with
homes, or
another
they-
street. No.
So they
So
moved to another. So okay.
I would hate
No,
that.
no.
I'm just gonna put it
Nope,
out there. I
no,
would
no.
hate that.
I have concerns. Don't get me wrong. I have concerns. So here's what happened. So right now there's an intersection, and this is all side streets, so it's not like off the main road. So they live at the corner of our street and a different road, and it's like, I don't know, maybe like it's probably
gotcha.
like a tenth of a mile,
Shit getting any
maybe
better
like a
down
few
there?
hundred yards down the road, probably like 10 houses down. Let's say 10 houses down.
So can you
they
actually see
live-
their house?
If I walked into the street, yeah.
If you borrowed
Yeah,
his
that's too-
neighbor's binoculars,
that's
you
too
could see
damn
into their
close.
living room.
So so it's not their house.
All right, so you have yourself
The guy, his dad lived in this house, and this is where he grew up.
Yeah, that's the one that kicks me. Because that'd be
So the dad,
anything you want to
like,
do, he's gonna be like.
this guy's dad died, and he was living in the house. So this house was in a trust.
Oh yeah, I
and
know
they're
it's
looking
gonna
to
be
sell it.
years to rebuild, but
And how we found out about this house is the neighbor that lives across the street. We met him at an open house in the same town because he was looking for something for his nephew.
okay.
His nephew didn't want to live across the street from him, which is totally fair.
That should have been a
So-
warning sign, actually.
The guy across the street introduced us to the people that
You're
are
looking at 10 plus years.
selling this house.
Jesus.
And that's how it kind of went down. So they live on the same street. This is this guy's dad's house, who passed away, and the neighbor across the street is the one that introduced us. So that's how it kind of goes. So it's not his house. He grew up in this house. So essentially what is going to happen is, like, we have no choice but to be friends with the people that sold us the house. And we have a neighbor across the street that's super effing nosy.
Yeah, the fact that his nephew didn't want to live across the street from him, that should have been a giant red flag. He's like, you're helping him look for a house, but he's like, yeah, I don't want it to be anywhere near you. That's a giant red flag in itself. But my main concern is
listen,
with
some people don't want to live close to family. Like, I completely understand,
That's
because,
how
like,
I know about that.
I've been looking at, like, there have been two houses on
Snow
our
already? Jeez.
street where I grew up, like my parents' house, and my parents both times have
That notification's been
insisted
wonky,
that we go
I've
look at the
seen.
house, and I was
Been
like,
told
listen,
lately.
I don't want to live on the same street as you. I don't, because, like, every time my dad drives by, guaranteed he's gonna send me a text being like, grass is looking a little long there, bud. And, like, I'm not here for that. I'm not gonna do that.
yeah, but you could always
So,
swing by
I
a
can-
meatloaf night and get some free food.
Right. But I completely understand where, like, a relative, like, does not want to
Good
move
evening, Cody.
across the street from another relative, especially considering, like, who that relative is. So are we going to have to deal with Mark as a nosy neighbor? Yes. And it's just like, I'll see your nosiness and I'll one-up you with my wife. Who is the nosiest person ever. So I've been making the joke of, like, Mark, the guy that lives across the street, is going to be pulling out his binoculars and looking over to see what we're up to. And he's going to look in the bay window and he's going to see my wife with binoculars.
Staring back at him.
Yep. And it's like, my wife will one-up you on the nosiness 100 times over. So that's where I alleviate that concern. But I know that, like, Mark's gonna, the guy across the street, is gonna relay to the guy that's selling us the house down the street of everything that we're doing. He's gonna be like, oh, they pulled into the driveway. They're moving this in.
Yeah, but see, the thing that would bother me is with the especially if it was his parent or his dad's house,
Mhm.
and it's his childhood house. If you go to do like modify it at all, he's probably
doesn't
gonna have
seem
something to
to-
say.
He doesn't seem to care. So you have, like, two different types of siblings when it comes to that. So, like, my brother would be like the guy that's selling us the house, like, doesn't care.
They don't have any winter. Yeah, that's
So, like,
what
if
the
both my parents pass and I wasn't like, I
What's
want
it?
the house, he'd be like,
Can't
cool,
remember.
let's get a
It's
dumpster.
something with
Here,
the
let's take everything from our childhood
that
like, out
help
of the
soldiers
attic,
out.
throw
up
it
here
in
in
the
Delaware.
dumpster,
Been
and let's sell
running
the shit.
supplies
and be
down
done
there,
with
and they said this trip they went all
it. Versus me,
winter
I'd
gear.
be like, Well, I kind of want to go through everything. And,
Any like anything to use for
maybe
heating? Any
is there a way that we can
sleeping
keep this house in the family
winter
because
clothing,
we both
all
grew
that?
up
That's what
here?
they're gathering now.
So 2 different types of people. The guy that's selling us the house is the first type. Like, by the way, like their dad passed in June. It's not like it's been a long time. And we met him in September, and he was like all on board with doing this. So he's very much just like, we're done with this.
Yeah, it might
Okay,
be.
I don't think he has any emotional attachment to it. I'm sure he does, but like, 'cause how can you not? But I think he's more of like the practical type of like, we can't keep this in our family. Like, he has 2 daughters. One's graduating from college this year. One's graduating from high school this year. And so neither of them are old enough to like live in the house. So he's just like, yeah, there's nothing that's going to come from this. So we got to sell it. So we were telling him about like our situation, like how we're not immediately moving in, and like the renovations that we'd be wanting to do, and he was just like, "Oh yeah, that'd be great. That'd be awesome. That would make this place so much better." So he's not going to be upset by any work that we do in the house. I think he's
Well, that's close.
genuinely looking for someone to come in and make it better, and I think it's because it's going to make the neighborhood better, because that's where he lives, and whatever we do is going to increase the value of the neighborhood.
I think
flea
he
market
said this
tomorrow night.
before and
Hard to explain
Last
how emotional. I can
4 or 5
imagine.
times before. Talk about the house. Is this HOA or no?
No.
Is
He
your
made it
current
pretty
house
clear
HOA?
last week, I believe, where he said he'd never live in an HOA.
Yeah, never.
You're lucky I can remember what I did 3 days ago.
Yeah, I would never live in an
You
HOA
don't do
place.
anything. How can you not remember? Sorry. Go ahead.
We don't currently live well, I mean, we currently live in an HOA place, but we don't pay for it. It's factored into our rent. And I will have to admit that what our money here for the HOA, what they do with that money, I think is stupid.
What's up, Did Smooth? Hey,
Like this year they added a berm to our, like the road that goes to these 9 units. And it's like, their goal was to prevent the garbage truck and the recycling truck from like driving over some of the grass. So they put a berm in. Like, I understand, but like, I don't know. There's so much other stuff that they could do with that money. Because I think the HOA is like $150 a month. Because they had to increase.
That's
It
good,
was
man.
100 when we moved in, and then it got increased to 150. So they increased our rent by $50 this past year. And I was like, okay, 150 times 9. It's like you're getting like, almost $2,000 a month. And that's what you decide to do with it. Now, some of it goes to like the management companies that come in and do like our landscaping and stuff. I can understand that. And then like every year they do like a pressure washing of the porch and the outside
like I
and
like
stuff, and they have like gutter people that come in and clean the gutters. So I can understand that stuff.
He hasn't had
but
much to add
they
tonight.
got a little extra money kicking around, and I was like, a berm? Really? That's what you think we need? So let's put it this way,
Gotta
Brandon.
protect the grass.
Yeah, but they put in the berm, right? And then they sprayed everything with like the chem seed lawn, and they were putting it in like shady areas, like not by shady, not sketchy, but like shaded areas.
Yeah.
And I was telling my wife, because we'd always like go out and go for walks, And I like put that stuff down. I was like, that's never gonna grow. It's not getting enough sunlight. And like, sure enough, grass never grew in. So it's like, what are you doing? You're wasting your money.
Anything fun this weekend? We're going out tomorrow.
So rest
for
assured,
wife's
Brandon, if
birthday.
I were living in a place that had an HOA, I would be the head of the HOA.
Well, I'm just thinking, if you really wanted to make your neighbors concerned, since it's not HOA, do something interesting out of the front yard.
I don't want to make my neighbors concerned.
I mean, if they're
Why
being
would I
too
wanna do
picky
that?
or too nosy.
Oh, I would literally, and I think these guys, these people that, like, the people that we are buying the house from, I'm pretty sure they have no problem telling it like it is. So I picture this as like I don't know if you've ever watched The Simpsons, but like a Homer and Ned Flanders situation.
Yeah, I've seen
Where
that before.
my neighbor across the street is Ned Flanders, and be like, looking like there's some leaves piling up in your yard, and I'd just be like, go F yourself, Mark. And he'd be like, Oakley dokley.
You know what you should do? If he watches you take the trash out, you should make it wrap it in like a body bag and take it out.
No, I don't want to do anything weird because he's gonna tell the owners everything that we do. So I want to keep it as normal as possible.
Oh no,
But-
I would
I'm not
I
gonna
would
put up with him. I'm not gonna put up with him being like,
You own the house.
maybe
and
you
ground.
should do it
Who
this way.
cares?
And I'm just gonna be like, yeah, F yourself, dude.
Wait, do you actually own the ground?
I
Or
do.
You own the, okay, so you actually own the ground. Okay, then.
Yeah, 0.69
it's
acres.
called land.
Well, some houses you only own the house whenever you buy a property or buy.
I've never
real
heard
estate.
of that.
Yes,
It's a
here in
thing where you
Pennsylvania.
you can rent the land and you put a house on it. That's the thing.
You buy a 50 by 50 piece of land out of that acreage, put the house on it. That's it.
No, you rent it.
But here's the thing: you got to have it perked before you can ever do that.
Yes,
Permitted.
No, perked is
percolation
where.
test.
Well, we call it perked around here, where you can actually put septic and water on.
If you pass, and you can put your sewage system in.
So then you rent the land but own the house.
Yes,
How would a mortgage company ever do that?
it's been done.
That was where our first house was. We owned the house but rented the land. That's
It
my
may
dad
be
was
uncommon.
when they were talking
So
about
if you
buying a
rent
new
the
house.
land, you have to conform to whatever they want, because you can't just like make changes to it.
Well, you own. Say your house is.
So what happens if you wanted to put like a shed on it?
Well, that
Would you
We
have to
were
get
allowed to
permission
do
from the
all
landlord?
that. We were allowed to do whatever we wanted, but yeah. So when they were talking about buying a new house, my mother wanted to just do the same thing. My dad's like, no. If I'm paying all this money for a house, I'm buying the land that's sitting on. So that's why our second one ended up being. Yeah, makes no
see why
sense
you
to do it the other way.
Right. I don't see why you
It's basically
wouldn't
how trailer parks
do
work.
it.
Because technically,
yeah.
the neighbor down the road actually don't own the driveway. We own half, so does the other neighbor own half. That's how it works around here.
Well, technically, if
Well, it
it's the
seems like
only
we're talking-
access to their property, nobody owns it. You have to give them a right of way.
Yes. But we still own up to the property line. Even though it's a 50-foot right of way, even though it's bigger than 50 foot now, but it's whatever. It's one of those family feuds, like, you don't want to mess with it, you just leave it alone.
Brandon, this is still the dumbest thing I've ever heard, that you won't just put a fucking sign out. And technically, that's not your that bend is not your driveway. That is a road. It has a street name.
Technically, it's states.
Township.
It's the same thing.
Are you
Not
shoving
here.
food in your mouth?
No, I was yawning. Sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was definitely a yawn.
Oh,
Yeah, it's been the past 2 days have just been long and
2
intensive.
days. 2 days.
Well, no, in general. It's just that,
Oh.
like, we've literally gone from 0 to, hey, we have to have everything in for this house in 2 days. It's just been very...
They went from, hey, we're just a couple of renters, to, hey, we're about to get a keys to a house.
Yeah.
What's all this
Like,
paperwork?
Hey, here are forms that you need to fill out, but by the way, like, you have to do X, Y, and Z before you can make any of this stuff happen. And they didn't give this stuff to us until Tuesday because Monday was a holiday. And
Monday was a holiday?
Yeah, wait.
Yeah,
it was a
Columbus
holiday?
Day.
Y'all
Yeah,
still
it's a
celebrate
holiday.
Columbus Day?
Indigenous Peoples Day, by the way.
It's Columbus Day for the rest of us.
I know it is.
Oh,
I thought I thought that got canceled.
That's a
Mm-mm.
white collar holiday. That's what it is.
No, I had to work, actually. Thank you very much. And guess who didn't have to work? My wife, who is a nurse practitioner. So
Again,
I'll
it's a
refute
white
that.
collar.
They closed the hospital for Columbus Day? No.
Right. Yeah, but he's saying it's a white collar holiday, and I'm telling him it's the exact opposite because I'm technically white collar and she's technically blue collar, and she got the day off, but I didn't.
I have never heard of anybody closing or not even being open for Columbus Day. Everybody's open.
Oh, my favorite one is
Have you met lawyers? Have you met lawyers?
No, nor do I
Okay.
want to.
my favorite is where like banks that are like you go in there, it's all white, like elderly white women, and they close up for Juneteenth. And it's like, I don't think that's your holiday. Just saying.
No, they take banks and everything public takes every holiday possible. So, like, I was surprised. Like, I looked at our calendar because my boss scheduled a meeting for Monday, and I was like, bro, I'm pretty sure that's a holiday. And
I'm
he was
more.
like, oh, my bad.
got
And then I
canceled.
checked the schedule. I was like, oh shit, we gotta work that day. My bad. But anyways, we only got sent the stuff that we needed to submit on Tuesday. So like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday have just been chaotic because the things that they request are just
Blood sample,
insane.
urine sample, stool sample.
Well, no, it's because like so
Sounds
put it
like
this
a
way,
party.
my brother owes
Firstborn.
me like $15,000. So I was like, I called in that.
And he still couldn't get you an Xbox? Sorry.
I know. No, it's from an inheritance. So it's like a scheduled annual transfer that he sends me. I just hadn't taken it this year, but it's technically considered a gift. So I have to get like paperwork from him. So I have to like send him something that he needs to fill out that's saying like this money is a gift and I don't expect like reimbursement for it. And then he has to give me the money, and then like, I took a picture of the check front and back, and then he has to give me a picture of his account proving that it's his account with his name on it that matches all the stuff that he put on the gift letter. And
I'm already
stamp.
How
Wait, you
much
have to do this every month?
No, this is just this week.
Oh.
Jesus Christ, I'm about to fall asleep with you talking about this. This is Jesus. Like, nah, here's
So
the money.
So then we had to take a snapshot of his account showing that the money had left his account, and then a snapshot of our account showing that the money has been received into our account, and then like take a snapshot of the gift letter that needs to be signed by him and then signed by us as well.
For buying
And
a
then-
house?
If we're receiving money to assist in buying in buying the house, yeah.
I would have never put that down.
What?
I just would never put that down. Jesus Christ.
So you can't, because if you just randomly receive, like, because they have access to our bank accounts, like they can monitor our bank accounts leading up to this point.
Why?
Because they need to
Right.
make sure that we have the fucking money to.
I mean, if it's in
Actually-
your bank account, it should be in there.
I know, but we have to give them our bank account stuff so that they can see.
Yeah, let's just have access to my bank account. Yeah, that's
Okay, well, hey, it's 2024, and I'm telling you, this is what it's like to buy a house now. Like, they have access to view, like, updated account balances when they need to.
You mortgaged a house, correct?
Yeah.
That's probably
Yeah.
why.
Well, yeah, this is all the
Because if
mortgage
you-
broker. Because they need to make sure that we're capable of paying, like, our monthly mortgage payment, and because we're putting, like, X% down for the house, like, they have to make sure that we can come up with the money for the X% down.
I don't say if you bought it outright, they wouldn't have done that. But I can
No,
see why
I-
what you did for.
Nobody would have.
I'm just
like-
saying, if you had $200,000
Let's just
saved,
Let's just say that the house that we're bought, it's over $600,000.
Yeah,
Well,
it's like
yeah, you're up in that
$200,000,
area.
Brandon. Where you buying a house for that is neck of the woods. That
Yeah.
can get you a tiny home on like
That's
I mean,
literally
he's already moving into a tiny home, so
we're
you
what
got
we're
2
paying for
bathrooms.
this.
It's not tiny.
What we're paying for this house is actually a very, very good deal, considering the quality of the house
how many
and
beds in
the price that we're paying. It's 3-bedroom, 1.5 bathroom. It's about like 1780 square feet.
17's pretty average around here.
Right, but you have to understand the average home price around here
I
is
know,
about
it's stupid.
700,000.
Around here, you can easily get probably 400,000 for
So,
really decent size
considering that we're paying in like the low sixes for this place, like off market, like we are getting a fantastic deal. But we've been trying to put like 20% down on that. So do the math yourself. Like we have to.
you know you're going to have to do the math for him.
Yeah.
No,
Well,
I
that's
figured it out. It's 1/5 of. What did you say was
Yeah,
650?
see. Christ.
I said low 600s.
Yeah,
Either
you
way,
should
I mean,
have done the math for him.
Either way, it's over $100,000 that we have to come up with. So like we're pulling all the connections. So normally, like I said, like my brother and I have like a scheduled transfer of these funds. But I was
I
like,
got a question
hey,
about that. if you
normally we do that in November, but can we like bump it up to October? But because it's a random dollar amount that comes into our bank accounts, it then qualifies as like a gift. So then we have to go through that process of like, you know, all the snapshots of all the accounts and all that stuff. And it's just been a series of like filling out these forms and then uploading them and then like bank account statements and all this stuff. And then we got an initial disclosure which gave us like an estimated cost for like closing fees and estimated mortgage percentage and all that stuff. And we had to agree to that, and then we got the final one tonight. Like that's what I was doing right before I had signed in tonight. Is we got the final one tonight, so I had to agree to that, and then upload a document saying that like all the funds have been transferred and stuff. It's just been a whirlwind.
He
Not to
makes
say-
renting sound so much better.
Yeah.
Not to say
Yeah.
that it's not difficult to do. Like we both agreed. So like
He's really
You're-
making camper life sound like it's a freaking like amusement park.
it's really not, because our mortgage is going to be about like if you were to rent the same property, like what we're paying in mortgage is like less than what you can pay to rent for the property. And as soon as we sign on the dotted lines, like we actually have equity in the place because it's worth more than what we bought it for. So I'm like, I'm totally fine with it because it's a
Flip it.
smart financial. Well, it's just, yeah. That's what my wife was talking about tonight. She's just like, if we were to ever do this again, I would never use a real estate agent. And I was like, because we didn't use a real estate agent this time around. And I was like, a little bit different because we bought this off market and we don't have a house that we're going to have to sell afterwards.
Now, how did that work with your real estate agent since you...
So that's a difficult subject.
She gave him the stiff arm, basically.
So basically what it comes down to is like we don't owe her anything because this was an off-market deal. Like she didn't present this property to us, and they made it clear that they didn't want to deal with real estate agents. And per our contract, like we actually don't owe her anything, but we've been working with her for 3 years. So it's been kind of a rough.
So what are you going to do?
Road.
This is a real question.
So we agreed that we were going to offer her like basically like a thanks for all of your work.
Thanks for trying.
Like one-time fee. Because she's not in at 5.
Okay.
Well, so like I was gonna do 1%, but I don't know. Like if we don't owe her anything, I think like 5's fine.
Yeah.
And the problem is like, but the problem is like she's been asking us about how the process is going, but we don't want to interact with her for like because we don't want her to potentially claim that she's like helped out with any of the process, and therefore like we owe her a fee.
Which makes sense because
is that all like through email or is it phone calls?
Because we've a signed contract with her. But this kind of like skirts that contract, but like they could bring some kind of lawsuit in. So we just didn't want to deal with that. So all of our communications via text, and she's like, hi, like she actually texted us the other day. She's like, hi, I've been thinking about you. Just wanted to know like how it's going in the process and stuff. And we're just like, yeah, hi, it's in the works. Hope you're doing well too.
No details.
Yeah. Well, the problem is like we've just like we're so close. Like this is someone that I think that we would actually continue to like have communications with after this is all said and done. And we both feel like dicks being like giving her the cold shoulder and be like, no. But any info that we give her at this point, we're just concerned that she could just use it against us if she's trying to collect her fee.
Which is a real possibility of because
it's not
contract.
Right. So we're just giving her the bare minimum. And then as soon as like, you know, Wednesday hits and we close, then we'll be like, yeah, deal's done. So therefore our contract is null and void. And like
but
we'll
technically you still broke it?
No,
technically?
No, technically we didn't break it. Nope.
So she does not know about that house at all.
No, she knows about the house, and she knows that we're doing it
You're not
off
paying
market.
attention, are you?
Jesus Christ. Brandon, are you taking notes?
She knows that we found a house.
Yes.
She knows that we're doing an off-market deal, and she knows that the people that are selling the house don't want to deal with real estate agents. So we're doing this on our own.
But how does that actually work with the contract, though?
So that's why I went to our real estate attorney and sent him our contract, and he came back and he was just like, yeah, in this situation, I don't think like you're going to be able, like they wouldn't be able to enforce the contract. But then she started asking specific things. She's like, hey, how's it going with, and then listed our address, like the specific address for the house. She's like, how's it going with this address? And I was like, why the F would you give a specific address for this unless you're not trying to collect your commission and trying to prove that you're eligible for this? So I was like, good, it's going good. thanks. And then, yeah, she texted today. It's just like, just wanted to check in and see how things are going. We're
Well,
like, we're in the
see,
home.
now-
I was like, we're in the home stretch. Hope you're doing well too. But it's tough because, like, she's the VP of that real estate company, and she is a no nonsense. Like, she's a dog when it comes to that kind of stuff. Like, and she's also used to dealing with, like, her average listing and stuff is like over $1 million. We just are the exception for people that she's dealing with. So I believe that she's actually cares about us with the amount of time that she's spent with us. So I believe that she's in it for the right reasons and asking for the right reasons. But like the legal side of me is just like no contact. So I feel bad, but the only thing I told her is just like once we close in the house, she can come over if she wants.
And she'd be like, "Bitch, you thought we were friends? This is strictly a monetary transaction for me."
Right. Well, that's where I'm kind of gonna gauge it at, because like I think the fairest thing to do would be to like invite her over and then explain like why we did what we did.
I don't
Like
think
she's a really nice person. Like literally, like if you could have any real estate agent, this is the person to have. She is fantastic and such a nice person. Like she would sit there and listen to us like after like an hour after we were at an open house. She would sit there outside the house and talk to us for like an hour. But
And then you
Right.
shafted her.
well, you know, listen, I didn't want to pay 2.5% on that for a commish, you know? Like 2.5%, that's like an extra like 16, 17 grand on top of that. Like, no thanks. So we factored in to our budget with this is like leaving an extra 5,000 to give to her. It's just like a thanks for your efforts.
After 3 years?
Well, I originally said 1%. Because unfortunately, what changed between like August, which is the last time that we looked at a house with her, was that like the buying and selling agents no longer like split the commission in terms of like there's no compensation for like included for a buyer's agent in the price of the home or in the closing costs. So it would be therefore put on the buyer to pay the real estate agent the money. So like buyer's agent fee used to be booked in or like built into the costs for
So I have a stupid question.
the seller. Yep.
Okay, this is just from somebody who's in the South. Is there like no? You'll laugh, but then you're like, okay, now I get your question. Is
Yes,
Lynn,
it has indoor plumbing. No.
no. Hell, who cares about indoor plumbing? Anyways,
My house is up there.
no. Is land easily available there?
To just like buy a piece of land and build a property on it?
Yes.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's pretty limited up there these days.
Usually what happens is a developer comes in and then buys up a piece of land.
Yeah, that's been happening a lot around here, but you can still
then
buy pieces of land.
You can like customize the home on the piece of land. So you can, all right, let's put it this way. So a developer buys up the piece of land.
Please,
and
for
then
the love of God, don't do DR work.
they will put up a sign on the piece of land being like, this much of acreage is available.
Mm-hmm.
And then you buy it from the people that bought the whole property, and you just get a little sliver of it for your home, and then they'll just like build the home for you. So that's what's going on around here. There are places that there are places that are just land, like straight up, it's just land, but usually it's like around commercial zones, but not where I live in Massachusetts. But if you go up to like New Hampshire, there's just like you can buy a piece of land and that's it. Or you can go up to like Western Mass and buy a piece of land and that's it. And then it's on you. It's like you own the land, and then whatever you do with it, that's fine. But this part of basically, if you cut Massachusetts in half, the eastern part, no, that's being bought by developers. Western part, you can still get like for sale just a piece of land.
Okay, sorry, that was my stupid question.
No, it's not a stupid question. I mean, I would imagine for like the majority of the country, that's not the case. Like, like I said, like we went out to Western Mass, like out into the boons. We were driving through like windy roads of like mountainous areas, and
Also home.
we would see signs where it was just like your classic for sale sign, and it was like for sale. It's like 25 acres of land.
Shoot, I bet
And I
you.
was just like, well, damn, why don't we move out here? And my
How
wife
much
was
is
like, because neither of us
for
would
up there?
have jobs. Huh?
How much acreage going for up there?
That's tough to say. It really depends on where you are in the state. I mean, around here? All right, let's put it this way. I'll reveal a little bit. So we found a place that was on an acre of land. It was a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom ranch on 1 acre that was backed by a conservation land.
Okay.
It was listed for $639. We put an offer in with an escalation clause up to like $730, and it went for over $8.
No.
For an acre of land?
But that's with the house on it. Like the house had been totally remodeled. Like you could literally just move in. Like you didn't need to do any work on this house.
Yeah, see, right below Mom and them.
Yeah, here
They
you
have-
can get a brand new house on an acre of land for what you're paying for what you just paid for this house.
Right, but I'm telling you, I mean, like up here's, we're in like the top
Yeah,
3 of like the most difficult states to buy property. It's like California, New York, and Massachusetts. Like it's the most expensive places to buy property.
See, and that's the thing. That's what I was trying to say. Like, right below my mom's, they had a house for sale. They completely gutted the inside, made it an open floor plan, had 3 acres of land and like 2 buildings, and it sold for 1.2, I think it was. But it was from somebody from New Mexico. Like, nobody around here would touch it because, one, everybody here knows that's no, nobody here is gonna buy that. Not for 3 acres. That's way too much. And everybody knew it. Like, it
So-
stayed on for a long time.
the median home value in Massachusetts is $624,500.
Jesus.
That's the median. So median isn't even average. That's just median. So the average is. Let's see if it. Yep.
I'm good. I'm
So it's
good.
like higher than that.
Just over 7,000 here for an acre.
7,000 or 700,000.
7,000.
Man. Listen, if we're up to me, I would be moving out to Montana and having what I was telling Phoenix.
Well, so what is Montana land prices? Aren't that kind of high price? Because
Now my uncle lives out there.
Montana's
Colorado.
super cheap.
Colorado is where I'd move.
I had a buddy from high school
Dude, Colorado's
moved out that way.
expensive. I went out there 2 years ago. Colorado be expensive now. So put it this way: I went to Breckenridge, and Breckenridge used to be like a ski bum town, right? It was just like a bunch of like frat bros and guys that are just dedicated to skiing. Like they don't care; they'll just live out of the van, whatever. They'll get a studio apartment.
Hippies.
Yep, kind of. That was the first time I went. We went there 2 years ago, and it was all the girls in the cowboy hats and cowboy boots, and everything was hoity-toity. And my jaw dropped. So we went to a brewery that I've been to before the last time I was up there, and I was just like, hey, man, like, what changed?
Pot.
Like, what the hell happened? Because last time I was here, it was like, he was like, it was full of like ski bumps and stuff. I was like, yeah, like, what happened? He's like, Vail got too expensive.
what's up?
And I was like, oh, okay, yep, that makes perfect sense. Vail is like the, I don't know, like it's like Hollywood meets like the Cannes Film Festival,
Okay.
where like the super rich live. Like so, like Tom Brady's
Yeah.
got a house there. They've
Oh, that's
priced
why you want to buy a house there. You want to be his neighbor.
the rich people have been priced out by the super rich in Vail. So the next best thing is Breckenridge. So now the rich go to Breckenridge. Because I was astounded going down Main Street there and just seeing the girls in cowboy boots and, cowboy hats. The F is this?
I want my bums back.
Right? Just want my ski bumps.
You said you wanted to live out in Montana.
Yeah.
Would you live close to the border, or would you live closer down to the state wise?
No, I'd probably
Down south.
He's shopping houses for you.
I'd probably live in like most people live closer to like
What's up, Psycho
Bozeman
Kid? How are you,
than they
sir?
do Helena.
Okay.
Where? Sorry, I missed it.
Most people live closer to like Bozeman than they do like Helena, which is the capital.
Mm-hmm.
Bozeman is where like most of the universities and stuff are. I prefer to live outside of Helena because it's more like central to the state, and I feel like you can get a lot more land. Although Bozeman, you're like closer to like you can get to like Yellowstone, and you can get to like the Grand Tetons for some good skiing, snowboarding. So I haven't really decided on that. But my initial fit would be Helena. outside of Helm, not in Helm. But would I kill to have like 1,000 acres? And I know I can get it up there for what we just paid for this house. That's on like 0.69 acres. The only thing I like about this place, 0.69 acres.
Katie?
Yep. All the way. All the way.
Oh, hell
This
yeah.
dude, ever since I've known him, is like, I want at least like 5 acres settled for 0.69 acres.
Yep. I know. I know. It is settling.
I just want to be able to mow all day. I can mow for 30 minutes.
Yep.
Yeah, that's why he wants the smallest riding lawnmower known to mankind.
Exactly. 28-inch deck. I was actually like looking at backpack blowers today.
I love my battery leaf blowers.
Excuse me? Nothing battery, okay? I'm not doing anything fucking battery.
Oh, God, it's so
Says the
easy
guy who was
just to
talking
do
about
battery.
electric ride-on mower.
I was looking at that. Okay? I was looking at that.
You know how easy it is just to slap a battery on a weed
Since
whacker or just a
Yeah,
leaf
but I was-
blower so you don't
yeah,
have to
but I
deal
was-
with the damn gas and oil? Oh
Listen,
my goodness. Yes.
I was looking at the Red Max leaf blowers and
The what?
man, they're Red Max.
That's not a thing around here.
You've never heard of Red Max?
No. Who sells it? Or store wide?
Literally a Red Max.
Yeah, that's not a thing down here, dog.
Did you not?
Who sells it? Lowe's? Home Depot?
I thought it was
Probably
like an Ace
Ace.
product.
It
Okay,
might
first
be.
off, I thought it was an Ace product.
Ace
I think-
Hardware might sell it.
I think Ace.
Yeah, they might. They
You'd
might.
say Ace is bougie, so I figured I'd be up in Boston.
Ace is bougie?
Oh, around here, yes,
Yeah.
it is.
Ace,
I'm
Ace,
sorry.
Ace is kind of bougie. It's
Ace is like the
bougie
discount
version.
hardware store. You can get stuff cheaper in
Not
there than
here.
you can in Lowe's and Home Depot.
What?
No, not
no,
here.
Yeah.
No, not
No.
here.
Here it
actually-
is.
It's pretty bougie. But
No,
I
that's
see,
good
there's,
stuff.
I live in the South, so we have little mills all over the place that you can buy things from. So I kind of agree with the Ace being bougie part just a little bit.
Yeah.
No,
It's
here
more
is
of a-
Tractor
it's a
Supply that's
mom and
bougie.
Oh, I mean, no.
Oh, God,
Tractor
no.
Supply- Okay.
Ace Hardware is
Lowe's
Bottom
ass,
of the
dude.
barrel.
Yeah.
Ace
Okay.
Hardware
Tractor
is
Supply
just
sucks.
like anywhere. It's like the Dollar General of hardware stores here. They'll just
So-
pop up in the middle of nowhere.
It is for some things, but when it comes to like equipment like this, no, they be bougie. They
Oh,
only
they don't
sell
even sell like
lawnmowers.
lawnmowers and stuff in the Ace Hardware around
No,
here.
they
Wait,
do.
seriously?
They
Yeah.
do. I'll tell you about.
Wow.
Like you can't go in and look at a lawnmower. Like I'm pretty sure they could
I have
probably
a question.
order you one, but
Yeah,
I
That's
have a
because-
question.
they be
Do y'all-
bougie. They don't tell you.
Y'all
about
have
it.
a Roll King around y'all?
Nope. Some bitch
I am the
want
Roll
one.
King.
No. It's okay. So Roll King is big
Yeah.
around here.
F that
It's
shit.
like
I want
the-
one so damn bad.
No, why?
Because they'll give competitiveness to Tractor Supply because there needs to be competition around here. There is nothing for farm supply around
I
here
thought-
versus Tractor Supply.
Okay.
Ace Hardware was.
No, actually, Roll King
No.
is like the Walmart for Tractor Supply, Ace Hardware.
Are you saying Royal King? I
Yeah.
thought you said roll. Sorry,
No,
Rural.
Royal, like Roll King.
I thought you were talking about like dinner roll. Sorry, my bad. All right,
No,
Continue.
no.
It did sound like that.
yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, I'm the
It's
Roll King
Southern,
here.
Okay, it's the Southern.
I was like, whatever he's talking about, we don't have up here. So like, keep going.
No, it's just the Southernness. But no, it's literally the Walmart for like farmers.
For sure.
They have tractors. They sell tractors, lawnmowers, tractor implements, You can go in there and get groceries.
So like southern states.
Oh, it's Southern States, Tractor Supply, Ace Hardware.
Bass Pro Shop.
Yeah, and Bass Pro Shop, all mixed up. No joke. You can buy rifles, fishing poles, go out back, buy you a tractor at the same time, come up front, get you some groceries and some clothes, and walk out the door.
Like, I literally, if there's one thing I don't need in my life, it's that.
I shit you not. There's 3
Oh,
around
you
me.
need to pick up
It's
your
a 2-hour
waiter
round
with
trip.
your lawnmower and steaks.
Listen, I would rather go to a place that is a specific dealer for lawnmowers and buy it
You
from
would.
them.
See, that's the thing. They are dealers. They have like contracts. I think Husqvarna.
Yeah, that's just like
in the mountain.
It's like going to
like
Lowe's.
Walmart has. Yeah, that's like Walmart has a contract deal with Steel for
Wait,
their
what?
stuff.
What?
Deal.
That's not a thing here, dog. Steel is not in any Walmarts around here.
That's
is
like
up
the
here.
Walmart brand.
Yeah, and
No.
Matt,
I
I
thought
agree.
Black was.
I agree with you.
No, not anymore.
Steel garbage.
It's
Oh,
Hyper
it's
Tough and Heart is the only thing that we have in Walmart
Not-
for tools.
I will say Steel no for leaf blowers and stuff. 120% yes for chainsaws. Yes.
No.
Dude,
no.
that is
Never
my-
heard of it.
Husqvarna.
Never heard of World King.
Husqvarna all the way.
I have a steel chainsaw. I do not like it, but for net
I
bar size, it would be a
love-
Husqvarna.
I love the Steel chainsaws. Those are so good. Man, that shit cut through everything. Granted, I was working for the DPW and we would have a constant supply of fresh chains.
Oh, yeah, fresh chains can make anything cut through anything early. Good point.
But I would say that the quickness to change that out is a lot easier with Steel.
You just never ran a damn Husqvarna.
I have.
No,
Yeah.
the ranch hand one.
The what?
Ranch hand. It's a.
No, not the ranch hand, but I have run Husqvarna.
I'm telling you, they are the best. Leaf blowers, weed eaters, chainsaws. Oh yeah, they're good. Now they're lawnmowers.
Red Max is the best with the weed eaters, or you call them weed eaters. It's
Weed whackers, weed whackers, is what we call them.
Red Max has the best weed whackers. The straight pole. Oh man, I've done my finest work with the Red Max straight pole weed whacker.
Now I will say this.
Because we got a bent frame one from my brother when I've been trying to get rid of it for like 3 years and we just can't get rid of it, and I'm like, we need to get a new weed whacker. And my wife's like, well, you have that one, and I was just like, I'm not using that. We're gonna get rid of it, okay? We need a new one.
The,
Luckily, the Red Max straight pole gas powered weed whacker is hands down the best, and I will fight you.
all right, when are we gonna fight?
What do you think it is? What do you think the best one is
Wait, on which one?
for the weed eater or the weed whacker?
Oh, definitely Husqvarna.
Okay. Man, you haven't experienced enough in landscaping.
Bull crap.
Yeah, how much landscaping you done?
A lot.
Yeah?
I used to work at a goddamn golf course.
All you do is mow a yard a centimeter or a millimeter a day.
Parks Department. I worked in the Parks Department for the DPW, man. Like, that was my job was literally weed. And I worked in the cemetery where I had to weed whack around every single headstone in a cemetery. 2 cemeteries. I know everything there is to know about weed whackers. And I'll tell you, I have used Husqvarna. I have used Still. I have used the Red Max. And hands down, Red Max. Straight pole.
Oh yeah. Okay. No matter what, you gotta have a straight pole. If you have a curved neck, that's just
I
stupid.
know. That's what I'm saying. It's like we currently have a bent
Stupid.
pole one, and I'm just like, no,
That's
we're not. No, we're not using it. I used it at our old place because we were renting, and it's like, now that we're going to be owning a home, hell no, we're not taking that with us. It's going in the trash. I'm getting a straight pole Red Max. That's how it's going to be.
I'm bent over. Ugh.
I know. And then it's like, I get that you don't have to like bend over. I mean, really, I don't see what the advantage is. Like,
I don't either.
it's because it's also like closer to you, so all the shit that you normally would steer up from it, like you're just closer to it. And if you understand how weed whackers work, you can actually just like angle the weed whacker so it just like blows everything away from you instead of right on you.
Have you ever used the Echo?
Echoes are not bad.
No, I don't think they're that bad. I think they're like,
okay.
I mean, they're my second favorite, honestly. Like weed eaters. Oh yeah, edgers. You know, if I get an edger with the blades, oh, definitely an Echo.
Dude, if you know how to weed whack, you don't need an edger.
True, but again, when I worked at the golf course and
Not
helped
getting
his buddy out who had like commercial, like contract, we had to use metal
an
blades.
edger, bro. Come on. It's not amateur hour. It's like you just reverse edge the entire thing, which is why you need a straight pole versus a bent pole.
Well, no,
My pole is mighty straight.
No, if you just turn it on its side, you can reverse edge anything else, and it's like the same thing as an edger.
hey
Better,
Phoenix,
in my opinion.
how straight is that pole?
Very.
Mm.
No curve
like
in it
the-
at all.
I like a little curve. So never mind, you're good.
Mine curves to the right a little bit.
Yeah, I knew you would jump on that.
Mm-hmm.
It's got that slight curve, 2 degrees.
It's like 4.5. But the people,
Oh, okay, we're getting even better.
hey, the people agree. If I were to run for office on that, people would vote for me.
Hopefully, you don't have to run far. You might be out of breath.
I'm sorry. You're running on president or
That's a-
president for office on your bent penis?
It's not bent. It's not bent. Okay.
I thought you said it was off to the right.
Only for me. Only for me.
If there is a
If
bend in it, it's bent. Just saying.
So that was it. It's not being serious.
It's alright, we'll talk about this later. Brandon, don't have to know. We're good.
Fake news!
You actually think Echo's decent?
Yes. Like around here, it's decent.
Around here, it is popular.
It is a good
I had
song.
nothing but problems with Echo.
See, Red
The carburetor on that was just not
Everybody just completely missed what
doing the trick.
But see, around here, I mean, it does.
They're so
fantastic.
into this conversation that they just completely missed it.
What if you're talking about like thick?
Thick!
Yeah, like thick weeds and stuff.
bush hog with the tractor. Just put it in reverse.
No, if you had to use a weed whacker.
If I had to use a weed eater, I'd definitely drive a Husqvarna first. But if I had an Echo, if I had to put an Echo and a Steel, I'm going with the Echo.
My steel weed whacker just
I mean,
shit. I
I would-
that's
I would take Echo over still either way, but I'm saying like, what, Red Max doesn't even make your list on that?
It's not very popular around here, like at all. And to find, yeah, I'm being serious. Like, and to find somebody to work on it, like
I was just trying to find a used Red Max 8650. I'm trying to find a used one of those because like, I'm gonna have to be doing some leaf blowing this fall, and that's what I used to use for like fall cleanups and stuff. And that thing was like powerful, so I don't see why I wouldn't use that. But I've used the steel ones for the DPW and stuff. I'm like, they're okay.
okay. So this is I literally
kind
typed.
of like,
I literally typed in Red Max leaf blower on Facebook Marketplace, and this is what it gave me: a Red Max B2200, a Husqvarna, Echo, an actual freaking leaf blower, and that's one of them push blowers. There's Red Max EVZ 855. That's the one you're looking for.
at least I do need 600 too.
Okay.
80, well, I actually had like an 8650.
Okay, this is at 855, and it's for 465.
Yeah.
Then you have
I figured I'd be paying like around $600 for it used.
Steel, Husqvarna, Craftsman. I'm telling you, everybody around here has Husqvarna, and that's 98% what I'm seeing. Actually, I'm kind of curious what
I'll
that
say I've never heard of Red Max until tonight, so
Do your research, man. Listen, I have used all of the brands of backpack blowers, and
Wait, are we going with new or old?
if it came down to it and the price was right, I would definitely do used. If it came from the right person, like they actually took care of it, like they replaced the oil every year and replaced the spark plugs and
I like
the
the Husqvarna 145s. Dude, them things, some bad.
CUs. It's nothing. They can't blow a big stack of leaves.
You know what? I'll come up there with my Husqvarna leaf blower and we'll try it out.
He's gonna blow your mind.
Oh yeah, I will. I'll blow him and his mind.
I have never been
You
able
get
to blow a big pile of leaves with the Husqvarna.
Let's do it.
I'm talking about industrial size.
He's gonna
leaves,
blow a big old load for you.
like
Okay,
public
now, I've never seen
parks.
this. What the hell? They're a leaf blower with a sprayer? What the hell?
I'm talking about you want to do an entire like public property with a Husqvarna? No chance.
Just need to know how to blow leaves right.
Oh, he's questioning your blowing skills now.
Yeah,
That's literally a personal
Now you
insult.
know you've been waiting on me to say that. That's the thing.
No,
You've
I
been
Those
haven't.
were fighting words. I've never seen him more worked up over
No.
anything before.
I don't think you understand. Like I wasn't waiting for you to say that, and I don't want you to say that because I have
didn't we already go just too far already? So
doing that for so long that I am literally, out of anyone in this room or anyone in this server, I know how to blow leaves.
I don't say watch what you say now. Come on.
Yeah, I know. I'll take it. Corral. I can corral leaves better than anybody else.
Bet.
Okay. Okay.
I'll take a video
Wow.
of me.
All right, yeah, no, this
blowing
seems like
leaves
this seems like
tomorrow.
a challenge.
Wow. Okay. You want to take that bet, my friend?
Yes,
That
let's do
is.
Oh,
Let's do it.
you're about to get so many pictures of his neatly piled leaves.
I guarantee it.
He's about to blow because he will. He'd be the guy that he's like, oh man, that's a great pile, and snap a picture on his phone. You're about to get it.
Dude, I'll make like the fucking like pyramids.
He's gonna do a PowerPoint of his best leaf blowing jobs.
Yeah. Yeah, and then I'll do like a TikTok.
I'm so glad I
highlight
added
of it.
leaf there because PowerPoint your best blowjobs would sound horrible.
Right.
His next stream on Thursday is going to be actual PowerPoints of him. Well, today, first slide. This is
No,
how
it's
I
gonna
started
be
the
a
yard.
photograph of
Yeah.
all of the best leaf piles that I've made in public spaces. Like I have to do little like big ass park, like multi-acre parks of like
I
collecting
actually
leaves.
know John
You don't
Deere
think I know how to do
makes
that? Come on, God. Your inexperience is
Whoa. My inexperience.
Mm-hmm.
Bitch, we have more trees than y'all.
I mean, Massachusetts is kind of known for its fall foliage. Just saying.
Mm-hmm.
Not
I
this
live-
year. Pennsylvania is
I
apparently
live
they're
in the
claiming.
mountains.
You ever do leaf collection? Nope.
What?
Leaf collection.
Yeah,
Oh,
collect
please.
that shit.
Doobie leaf. I was like, doobie leaf collection? What the fuck
Nope.
is that?
Just leaf collection.
They only do that in Colorado.
Dude, and I had to do all of the with the backpack blower, doing the whole cemetery, going around cemetery stones and all that stuff. Like,
He's just sorry for disturbing your peace. Didn't mean
no,
that,
because
mister.
you can't just like blow it right into it because they all get like propped up against the back of one of the headstones. So you gotta do like a little clockwise motion with your hand on the backpack blower to get them to go around the headstone. It's an art. It's a science.
No, what's really an art and science is
Like we
blowing.
put together some
Damn.
of the biggest leaf piles I've ever seen in my life, like 20 feet tall.
Yeah, you ever do a 20-foot tall leaf pile with your little Husqvarna?
Yeah, little bitch.
Sounds like fighting words, motherfucker.
I mean, you already started it.
True. But have you ever blown leaves around steps?
I've
Corners.
blown leaves around everything.
Oh, really? Except
You
me.
around your own junk.
I blew leaves
You've
around
never-
your mom. Oh!
Literally. Anything
Well, I mean,
that you
it
can
ain't hard
imagine,
to do that. The woman's only 4'10".
anything
you could literally like throw leaves over her.
anything you can imagine in public property, including cemeteries and everything. Like I have blown leaves around, through, on top of everything. When I done the collections, I used to have to work the leaf sucker, suck all those leaves in.
I bet you worked the hell out of that sucker too, didn't you?
Listen,
Man, he is
my life is leaves.
suck and blow. That's all he's about.
I'm just saying, there's nobody that you want to challenge about leaves.
Was you
He'll out
with-
suck and blow you all day, every day.
kind of hard to do that, but all right, let's do it.
Yeah, he's got you there. He was in the military.
Yeah.
What does
And now
that,
I'm a
what does
fucking
that have anything to do with
contract
leaves?
Oh, they're just really good at sucking and blowing in the military.
Okay.
You can use your daggum Red Max. I got my mouth.
Well, it's more powerful than your fucking Husqvarna.
Yeah, there's
What's funny is everybody in the comments is probably like, "What in the fuck are we listening?"
Yeah.
Right
Yeah,
to?
what are we talking about? this point.
I actually didn't know John Deere made leaf blowers, to be honest with you. I just seen that.
Really?
Yeah, I actually did.
John Deere
Oh,
does
so
it
we
all,
just got-
filler.
They
So
shouldn't.
Yeah.
They shouldn't, but they do.
Alright, well, y'all talk about blowing a second lease for the next.
No, we're just going to talk about your shower curtains for the rest of the night. Thank you.
I'm sucking and blowing, got them all erect. Now he's got to go pull the shower curtain and rub one out.
Nope.
Give it time. Give it time.
With the DisplayPort cable.
Y'all just fucked up today.
We do not discriminate in this group.
I can challenge that.
Okay, we do not discriminate with us. You, on the other hand, yes.
So easy to do. You give your people a bad name.
Did he just leave?
Yeah, I won't do a deal with the Amish. Never. Ever again.
Did he literally just leave after that? Like, fuck you, dude.
Yeah, he said he was going to bed.
No, he's gonna go rub one out.
I don't know. I don't understand how they don't have doors in their house.
Yeah, this
That's weird.
DisplayPort cord wrapped around his D while he's doing it.
All I could think about was grown ups when the deer walks into the bathroom. That's not what the deer said. The deer's a liar.
Pretty much.
Golly. Wonder why JT disappeared so quick. He doesn't even have him so you can hear him. So it wasn't like he was listening to his shit. Damn, Tony.
I don't know. Maybe just
Oh
Have
Lord,
to
what did
prove that
Tony
he's
say?
still
I'm
up.
pretty sure my damn missus are blowing up now with pictures of chainsaws and leaf blowers.
I don't think I've ever heard Tony use that word. Okay,
What?
never
Use
heard him
that.
use any words. Use that word, I should say.
what did he say?
Pussy has to go to bed yet. I'm here running off maybe 3 hours of sleep and still here. Never,
Wow. B word.
yeah.
Mhm.
It was,
Tony, are you?
Whoa,
oh,
Tony. Never heard you use that one before.
Huh? Like,
I guarantee he probably calls me that every time I said that he Tony'd me.
Pussy.
He just never vocalized it. So, that's fair.
Are you needing a hug, Tony?
Dude, he was. He's getting up there with JT when it comes to Brandon.
Yikes.
Let's also keep it. Brandon, for some reason, has nothing to do all day and yet still gets up at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Wait, what?
Now, you don't remember this conversation?
Yeah, I mean, like, how long does it take to get ready for
Oh.
winter? Let's be honest.
He gets
Like,
up
how long
at
does
3
it take?
o'clock in the morning and has breakfast at 5 o'clock in the morning. Every
That's
day.
2 hours difference.
Yep. He went on about this. Like, that is his daily routine. He gets up at 3 o'clock in the morning and has breakfast. Now, he's going to come in and change it. I never said 3. But because he every time we call him out on something, he changes his story, like the whole computer situation today. He said that he had not set up his computer yet, that he bought 3 weeks ago, and then the story changed. No, I hooked up my computer. I just didn't set up the third monitor.
So what he was saying about that is it wasn't about his computer. It was about the third monitor. He mentioned that he has a new computer.
But I questioned him multiple times about why have you not set your computer up yet, and he said haven't had time. And then I said you spent $500 on a new computer, and you haven't set it up yet. And he goes, I never set it and set up my computer.
No. So he set up his computer and stuff. He just didn't take the time to like fix his monitor setup.
Yeah,
I'm gonna vouch for him on that one.
That was his final story. But I asked him multiple times why he had not set up his computer yet, and he said he didn't have time.
He said no.
I specifically asked him. I specifically asked him why have you not set up your computer yet, and he said I haven't had time. And then I said you spent $500 on a computer and you have not set it up, or 3 weeks ago you have not set it up. And then he's like, oh, I never said I didn't set up my computer. But I asked him multiple times. I said, you have not set up your computer yet. And he said, I haven't had time. I'll go back and clip that shit. Because I asked him multiple times. I included computer, not monitor. And he kept saying he didn't have time. Until I said, you spent $500 3 weeks ago on a new computer. And you have not set it up yet. And that's when he's like, oh, I never said I didn't set up my computer.
When did he was not processing. He was not processing what you were saying. Because... here's what happened.
What happened is
he and I talk from time to time. So he got because I asked him about the extra monitor I sent him, and he was like, my current computer can't run that. So he got a new computer. He told me about that. And he set it up about like 2 weeks ago. So it's all set. So the separate issue that we're dealing with now is because I knew that he had a new computer.
Operator error.
The issue that we're dealing with is based on the new computer. Why didn't you set up the monitor?
Yeah,
to which he has no excuse for, because he could have done that at the same time that he was setting up his new computer, but his computer's already set up. It's been set up for a while, so I knew that.
So here's my other issue with this.
There's no excuse
because I also asked him if he was
the new monitor.
Yeah. Well, I also asked him if he was still using the old TV monitor, and he said no. So he's gotten another new monitor. Instead of just using the two you sent him, he's got another new one, and he's using it and one of the ones you sent him while continuing to not use the second monitor, he's saying. Or you said
you should have just said
unless he's using the one monitor, unless he's using the first monitor that I sent him, and just hasn't hooked up the second one.
The hell are you eating now?
Granola.
No, because he said he currently had two monitors hooked up, and one of them was not the computer monitor, or the TV monitor, the old TV he was using prior.
Right.
He said that tonight, so he means he's got another monitor
that I sent him.
Yeah, but you sent him two, so he was using one of the monitors you sent him plus an old TV as a monitor at one point. So I asked him if he was still using the old monitor, and he said no. So that means he's got another new monitor, plus the two that you sent him. And he's not instead of using the two you sent him, he's got another monitor from somewhere that he is using over the two that you sent him. I wouldn't say new because he is a fucking just wastes money on the stupidest shit. He would go out and buy a monitor on clearance that he sees instead of just using the two that you sent him.
Yeah, I mean, from that point on, it could be true, but I was just trying to clarify the before stuff.
Yeah.
So
Well,
it
I
didn't have
just saying.
anything to do with the computer.
I asked him multiple
was-
times and said it specifically said computer in my
He
question,
could've-
and he said that he hadn't set it up. And then when I said something about
No, he was talking with the monitor with the new computer setup.
yeah,
That's
but
what
I'm saying
he
I
was referring
specifically
to.
said computer. You have not set up your computer yet, and he said no.
I know, but he didn't
But
understand what you were talking about.
But you see the frustration that
Oh yeah,
his story changes. It's because he's not paying any fucking attention. Just like the whole ask the question, you answered it, and they turned around and asked the same question.
I mean, sometimes that happens to me. I mean,
Well, then he straight up admit that he wasn't paying attention. So why ask the question if you're not going to pay attention to the answer?
well, that's kind of the problem. He doesn't care enough.
Sad. Sad.
So sad.
Well, take comfort in knowing that the day I opened the monitor before I opened the VR headset. I got the monitor all hooked up, and that night I took my old monitor out and tossed it in the dumpster.
Yeah. Where the hell are Tony doing this?
Tony's been helping you.
Yeah, I need. Well, Tony, if you're out there, I'm full up. Yeah, I need some help.
Yeah. Tony's bad mouthing you right now, and you can't hear this bitch.
That's totally
Can't do
fine.
anything his fucking self.
I was actually
Count on me.
capable of doing it myself, like I was, but then he took both trucks and the tractor apparently to go do whatever, and I got nothing to load my load into.
Hey, how you doing?
That's just like all that sucking and blowing. Talk, yeah. I volunteer as
It's coming
tribute.
out. It's coming out. It's like, I need one receptacle to donate my seed into. All right.
Uh huh.
Matt's like, you had me at the beginning. Like, I don't know why you keep continuing.
Yeah, I don't know
I'm
why
already
you're-
on board. Let's light this candle.
God dang! The more you talk, the more I'm like, oh duh.
Right.
He's like, I'm already in my truck on the interstate. What more do you want?
Yeah. I've already typed in 6'9" and
God dang! Typical female. It's just like, God dang! Just get her do it down.
how are you talking about? I ain't no female.
It's a he-male. Get it right.
Oh, yeah, true.
Thank you, Tony. I was only on this radio station because I thought it was classical music. But... Oh, you know who my favorite is right now?
Me.
Well, yeah. I mean, like, as a bro. Yeah, definitely. I mean, you've always
just
been
broke
one
his-
of my favorites.
You just broke his heart. You said bro
Actually,
and
no, I'm
not hoe.
Not level. So sorry, man. I just didn't think it was gonna. Listen, we have a long history together. Based on your past, I don't think you and I don't think we'd be compatible.
It's alright. It's all good. Trust me.
I don't know. I
Right.
see the sparks.
Nah. We're just
Both
friends
love
that like
sucking
go
and
to,
blowing. That, I mean,
Yeah,
More
we're
than
just
you
friends
want in a
that, like,
relationship.
we're just friends that just like occasionally go to like a trivia night and then just like maybe hook up or something like that. I don't know.
Sounds like Phoenix is jealous because he's not getting involved.
Well, he's not going to trivia night. That's why.
Yeah, that's true.
No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. If that's how your trivia night ends, I'm perfectly okay missing out.
Oh, come on, we get ice cream afterwards.
Yep. Yeah, we call it swirlies.
Cream, but I don't know if ice is in front of it or not.
Cream swirlies.
You just don't want the cream filling.
Right.
That's okay. All right. We got you covered.
It's fine. You get used to it after a while.
You only jump once.
No.
That is mentally noted in my brain forevermore. If PJs or Matt says, let's go to trivia night, that's a hard pass.
Listen, we're
it's
each
a
other's.
hard pass?
Listen, we're no. Listen,
Hall pass?
like we're each other's wingmen for that. All right, and then if it just doesn't work out for either of us, then, you know, like at least you got someone to go home with. Anyways.
I'm inviting JT because no matter how many drinks are involved, he'd just be looking at you two like, what the fuck's wrong with both of you?
Who do you think set us up?
Yeah, right? And like, at the end of the day, who do you think you're going to be going home with?
You're going to go home with JT.
Yeah, no
More
shit.
power to you on that one.
Yeah.
You know what? After this conversation, I'm okay with that.
Sure. Hey, JT.
Let's put it this way: if you're going to trivia with us, like, you ain't going home alone.
At least you don't have to go home to somebody yelling at his mama.
Yeah.
His mom yell at him after he's screaming just the most offensive shit you ever heard.
That's fair.
That'd be like the most entertaining part of the night. Just sitting there wondering who's gonna get their ass whooped first.
Yeah, I mean, shame on you for assuming what happens afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just look
We
back
actually
on
we
all
just
the
review our answers, and for the trivia, we're just like, what could we have done better?
By the way,
That's
Kelly,
all.
look, I see you.
At this point, I don't want to.
It's not none of that. It's none of that. Actually, I sent you something.
Congratulations, you're on a watch list.
Yeah.
Damn, it took this long.
Have you seen that one TikTok? Me showing up to the FBI headquarters, and then he hops out. It's like, because I'm on the watch list. Get my free watch.
Oh dear God!
I haven't
Please tell
seen
me
that.
was-
But if that's on your FYP, my friend, ooh.
What have you been looking up?
I have been watching a lot of Art the Clown TikTok, so that very well could be the case.
Been watching a lot of underage stuff.
No. That's the wrong, now former member you're thinking of.
Hey,
My bad.
Hey,
That's what it is.
Keller.
Yeah.
Scrolling through Facebook, I just found a 3-bedroom, 2-bath
in Laurinburg, North Carolina, sitting on a flat 5-acre lot, and it's a double wide mobile home, but it's actually a fairly new one. It's been there for a while. They're selling it for $225.
Yeah, I got a plan. If y'all are interested in going in business together.
Already been there, done that. Well, what's up?
I don't know. I don't know about that.
They're currently selling, I think it's like a 35 bedroom, like mini motel in Pigeon Forge. We could do like the Golden Palace sort of thing. The Golden Girls after Dorothy left. The three of us.
Mm-hmm. Tempting.
All I'm saying is, I'll be the cook. PJ's be the number guy. Matt, security. We could do it.
We just can't. We can't have it turn into a Diddy situation. That's all.
Oh, what?
A Diddy situation.
Oh no.
At first,
I would be dumb to have the cameras get caught. What are you talking about?
Wow. Okay.
He does have a.
I'm not gonna put up security cameras. All right. That's all I needed to hear.
What security cameras?
Right.
Why are you curious about the gigantic hard drive I got in the storage room? Like, what? Mind your own business. Stay in the numbers.
Yeah, and why are you even looking at Petey? Petey's my security officer, so he is none of your business.
Don't worry that that's a bottle of baby oil in his holster. He just pours some on the floor so people can't get away.
I feel like, unfortunately, what used to be cool with the streamer houses, I feel like it's kind of done.
Is it?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there's still a lot going strong.
Well, damn, that's a nice fifth wheeler. Damn.
That's not a fifth wheeler. That's a tag along.
Hang on. That's a tag along?
You got a camper?
Yeah.
Nice.
Dude, I mean, hang on, I'll send it to you, dude. That thing is like, it's like
Dude,
2 stories.
I've been watching this gigantic lady on TikTok who does RV reviews, and some of the RVs that are popping, it just blows my mind compared to what we were used to back in the day.
You should see the guy in Michigan that does the camper reviews. He is the best.
I don't know. You have to watch one from this woman. I'm a big boy, but good Lord, she makes me feel like in shape. And one of her tests is she sits on the toilet and she's like, "Do I have wiping room? Does it hold my big fat ass?" Like this is the person I want to watch reviews from.
I sent it to you.
Damn. I mean, I don't think I couldn't pull that in my Tacoma. So.
I mean, but it is nice though.
Of course you could.
Yeah. No, you're gonna need like an F550 with a dually. You'll tow that monstrosity.
And
well, I mean, at that point, you might as well just buy a effing house. Where you going? Because think about
but your house costs. You can't pick up and go out of town for the weekend.
Yeah, but that thing costs at least $300,000, if I had to guess.
And if you work, you can have a job that's mobile too.
Mm-hmm. That's what a lot of these people do. Work from home. They just buy campers and they just travel all the way. Yeah, but you still have to go in the office. These people are strictly work from home. there's a guy I went to high school with. He's doing it. Which, by the way, when I first saw a picture of him and his wife, like she was pregnant and he was like holding the belly, I was like, that's kind of creepy. To be holding your sister's belly like that. Like, I get she's pregnant, but and then it's like that's his wife, and I was like, okay. They look like they could have been twins. Just one had long hair, and it's really creeped me out ever since. But that's what he does. He travels. They live out
I
of.
I can get a job where I
Fifth
work 100%. Yeah, I can get a job where I work 100% from home, but
I mean, and
man.
that is one nice camper.
Dude,
That
like,
is
I would
the
take-
new norm these days. If you look at some of
No,
them ones that I've
it
seen,
is.
that is the new norm.
I've seen. So I see anytime they do like the going to NASCAR, or frankly in the summertime when everyone comes up to New England for whatever the hell reason they want to go up in the summer. That's
They come
what I
down
see.
south for some
But-
reason.
they come up north and they're driving like a Chevy 1500. Like
They ain't gonna
Stop
pull
with
much
that word.
these days.
no, but it's like the thing is like the back of it is like squatted to
Mhm.
the ground, and I'm just like, okay. So what you're saying is you bought into the commercials of no, it's got this amount of towing capacity, and that's all you cared about. So you bought this truck for the towing capacity, but you don't understand the fact that like there's actually like weight and force that you have to deal with too. And they're just like, nope. I can't tell you how many vehicles I see single axle
Mhm.
Silverados pulling something like this where it is squatted.
Oh,
the
here
back.
it's always Fords. Every single time, it's always a Ford with the bumper damn near dragging the fucking road. And it's like, you have
Chevys
too
up
much
here.
trailer for that truck, sir. You need
See,
you need the smaller
just like-
trailer, bigger truck. Pick one.
Yeah.
here,
And they have the adapter, so it doesn't have to be a gooseneck. They can just like convert a gooseneck into the actual like ball system in the back. And I'm just like, what? What do you think happens if you need to like jam on the brakes? That trailer weighs more than your truck, sir. And you don't have the weight distribution done correctly. Like, you are going to essentially like pin out, like go to like a almost 100-degree angle because you can't slow down. Scary. Like, honestly, I'm looking at the first picture right now. Like, what kind of truck do you think will pull that comfortably? Not even like weighted down in the back.
350 or 450.
Dually
Yes, the dually all day.
with a gooseneck.
It's a tag along.
Tag.
Yeah, you
that's
don't
it.
need you don't need a dually to pull a tag on. Dually's better for pulling fifth wheels.
That is a tag.
Yes, I see you. It should have been like first two pictures.
Sorry, I didn't look. Oh my god, it is.
Yeah,
I
but
feel
them
like
some
that's gotta
bitches
be
are a lot lighter than what they used to be as well. Even with all that shit added in, they're still a lot lighter than what they used to be.
Oh man, as a pull behind, At least an F350. At least
Definitely.
I don't like that it's
like King
it's
Ranch.
designed like a
not even
fifth
the
wheel on
stock.
the front end. Like it
I know,
curves
that's
up
what I'm
like the fifth
saying.
wheel, but you can clearly see the tongue on it.
That's what I'm saying.
That's really awkward.
I don't like it. That's the normal like.
No
toe
matter
behind.
what, it is nice though.
I'd rather have a toe behind or a fifth wheel.
Oh, gooseneck all day long.
Yeah, because you get that extra space over the top.
They aren't goosenecks; they're fifth wheels.
You can get goosenecks and fifth wheels.
I'm sorry, they make gooseneck camper trailers now.
Yeah, you get the adapter and put like where it has a fifth wheel. It's a little plate that goes up in it and turns into a gooseneck.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, and that's my preference. I would
prefer
take
gooseneck any day, all day.
Yeah.
It pulls a hell of a lot better. Better charging, better everything.
That's what I was saying. Like having that dually makes a lot more sense for something like that. Although, like the weight that you're carrying, it's not even on top of that. It's but still. Do it at that point because we've been looking into because we want to start like traveling to places to go to NASCAR races.
That right there would be way too big for y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all you need is like one of them little camper vans.
So we were looking actually into like RVs. Because like, I mean, I have a Tacoma, so like I'm not going to be able to pull too much. So I was looking at like the maximum that I could pull with that. We're like, yeah, that's pretty good. That could do the trick.
Well, hell,
Get you one of them little Airstreams.
Yeah. I see them being pulled all the time with a little Tacoma.
Well, I know, but so one of the biggest issues was because we're renting and we only have like 2 spots. We're like, we can't do that now. But
Get one of them pop-ups.
No, don't get a pop up.
I used to have my family. We drove
pop
cross
ups, not
country.
pop downs.
We did a cross country trip
All the trucks are
in a
AJ
conversion
Deers.
van with a pop-up trailer. We drove across the country and back 5.5 weeks.
Did I ever tell you guys the story about the slide out?
Should not slide in.
Yeah. So we were we used to go camping with a group of people, and the one of them had a pop up before we started camping with them, and the joke was always because one time it wouldn't go back down, and the one guy, his name was ER. He was like, "That's because it's a pop up, not a pop down," and that was the longest running joke. So after we started hanging out, camping with him and everything, there was a one time where ER's camper, who had 2 slide outs, one of the slide outs would not slide in. My smart ass sitting on the picnic table behind him said, "That's because it's a slide out, not slide in." He didn't like me very much after that comment. Everybody else thought it was funny as shit. But all trucks are from AJ Deere. Oh, PJ says that's the server.
Did he?
Yep. I did.
He's gotta go sign that paperwork.
Oh.
I do have some paperwork pending.
This late at night?
Yeah, so they sent it to us at 10:30.
They sent you paperwork to sign at 10:30 at night?
Dude, this guy, like a mortgage broker, works like 24/7.
Jesus.
I love this guy. He is amazing. Like I was telling you the other night, like I know his dad. He was the fire chief in our hometown where I was working for the DPW, so I know his dad like years back. And then I met him and he's just like, "Oh yeah, my dad is this person." I was like, "Oh shit, yeah, I know your dad." So far back. And so we
Bonded.
bond. Yep. And he's like, "Hey, like would you be okay if I sent you paperwork like this time of night stuff? I work odd hours because I have kids, so I have like from like 3 to 5 I'm not available, and then like after 5 it kind of gets difficult with like the kids and dinner and going to bed and stuff. So like would you be up at like 10 or 11 at night? It's like we don't go to bed until like midnight every night. So yeah. So he sent that to us. So it's like the final paperwork to like lock in our interest rate and shit. So I'll have to figure that out. Because now I'm reading, I have a stipulation of what they quote.
What the hell was that?
Yeah.
Oh, that was my phone. Snapchat.
We have a stipulation of, so what they quote us at for an interest rate 3 weeks ago, the interest rate has gone up since then. So if I don't want to pay the extra, like the standard interest rate, I have to create a checking account through their bank to lock in the lowest interest rate.
That sounds a bit shady.
And do the mortgage through them. Well, he waited till like the 11th hour. Because like it has to get locked in tonight. Otherwise, it was gonna be, so it was gonna be, he quoted us at like 6.25%, and now it's up like over 6.7% now. So he's like, if you do your direct deposits through, our bank account, you can lock in at a lower rate, or you can just go through anyone else and pay the higher rate. And I was like, yeah, lower rate through your accounts, fine. So we have to like set up direct deposits into that account for the monthly mortgage payments, and it's just gonna be slightly more complicated. But
No kidding.
It's just complicated hearing you talking about it.
it's I've aged like 10 years. I consider myself to be like 24 years old. And I'm finding that
Lord, I wish I could be 24 again.
yeah,
No
but
kidding.
I've always considered myself like I've not matured beyond that age, and this is the first thing where I'm realizing like, oh shit. Like, I mean, I'm 36
He's
now.
a numbers guy, and it sounds complicated to him, and I can only imagine like me trying to have to go.
Well, I'm faced with two options of like either lock in at a lower interest rate of like 6.6%, or like with their bank account, or I choose a random bank account and they like basically like offer out our mortgage to someone else, to a random bank, and I create an account through them, and I pay like 6.72%.
Which is
Yeah.
how much difference?
It's about $300 a month different.
Yeah, save yourself the $300 a month.
There's no like negative impact of opening up a new checking account at a different place. So I was like, yeah, we'll just create an account with you guys and we'll be fine. So I now have to just like finalize all the paperwork of like I'm looking at it right now. So they gave like an estimate when we first signed the disclosure of like the estimated like closing costs and interest rate estimate and all that stuff. So they're honoring the old interest rate estimate, which is good. Because it's not going to be 6.735%. It's going to be 6.25%. If we go through their checking account, and then the closing costs are going to be less. They estimated that at like 14,000. Now it's going to be like 9,000. So I just have to. Oh, so much money. I fucking hate this. Like, I know that we're going to look back on this and be like, oh yeah, remember when we bought our first house, LOL?
How
Right
can
now.
we forget?
Hmm?
How can we forget?
Yeah. And it's going to be like,
With PJ's is going to be like, man, I remember my first lawnmower ever bought.
my first snapper.
Yo. My first Forrest Gump snapper.
Today I was so proud of you.
Yeah. It's going to be awesome, but it's going to suck at the same time. So I have to go review the final paperwork because, yeah, Wednesday we be closing.
Nice.
So, yeah, we don't have time to fuck around with this stuff. So I have to go.
Definitely gonna have to send me a message when you do.
Hmm?
So you definitely gonna have to send me a message whenever y'all do close it. That way I know.
I'll let everyone know. 'Cause,
You know, you don't call or text me anymore. No, nothing.
oh, jeez.
It's all about trivia night, wasn't it?
Yeah. What I do wrong on that night?
He was looking for
You'll
a Red
never know.
Max. You were more of a Husqvarna.
Ah,
That's why it didn't work out.
that time.
No, I'll keep everyone in the loop. It's gonna be sketchy over the next couple of weeks, but we'll see what happens. So, if you're not streaming tonight, Phoenix, next time you talk to me, I'll be a homeowner. So,
Nice. Yeah, I will not be. It's her actual birthday. We're going out.
Yep.
Tomorrow. I don't know what time I'll be home, but even if we get home at a decent time, I still won't stream. So she had factored into me streaming, and then I had to break the news to her. I was like, I didn't plan on streaming. Oh, well, we can find something else to do then.
Damn, it was like she was wanting you to stream.
Yeah, I mean, she worked what 50 hours this week, probably another 50 hours. Last thing she wants to do is deal with me, so she's like, go stream.
Can you blame her?
I'm not that bad.
all right, folks. Well, I'll talk to you soon.
You have yourself a good night and good luck, sir.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Talk to you soon.
Congratulations.
Thank you, man. Talk to you soon.
All right,
Fuck you.
baby.
We were being too nice. I had to end it on that.
Somebody's got to break it now.
Yeah.
Fuck it, I'll do it. You in the stream?
Nah, I'm getting ready to. I'm just getting everything moved over before I call it a night. Got my recording done today, so I don't even have to worry about doing that tonight. I'm pretty proud of myself.
God dang, is anybody even still watching? They're probably like lost as hell with what's going on.
I think it says 10 people. No, I'm just kidding. I think a lot of people just start up the stream and then just like leave it up and go to bed because be no one talking, and I still have like 10 viewers. So I think some people just start it up, go to bed, and just leave it up and running. Which I appreciate them, because you know what? That gets me paid. Tony's still here.
Oh, Tony is?
Yes, sir. He just said in chat.
Hell, last night, before when I was packing up my bags and stuff, and I was on Keller's stream, hell, I had the stream up, and he was flying, and I almost passed out from hearing the damn sounds of the damn airplane.
Yeah, last night was... I completely forgot it was Thursday. My wife had a doctor's appointment in the morning, so I went with her, and then she had to go to work after, so I just dropped her off at work and took the car home. And I was like, I'll just come pick you up later, so you having to go home and then run back out. Like I can just come pick you up when you get off. She's like, all right, and then she's like, I already feel bad because it's Thursday night. PJ stream. I was like, oh, I didn't even realize it was Thursday. Whoop. And so I went and got her, and then we had to come home and deal with some stuff. And I was like, I feel bad because I didn't even let him know I wouldn't be here.
Oh, yeah. So what I was talking about earlier when I first joined, so Jimmy Rock has a huge story with me. Like emotional and shit. That was always my little town to go to. And when I got there, it being completely destroyed, I cried a little bit. I ain't gonna lie, I'm a big ass man. I cried a little bit. But Tuesday, when it started snowing, it was just like, where are these people gotta go? Like, where are they gonna go? They have nowhere. So we started lighting fires in the middle of the street just to keep people warm.
That's what I was saying. I can't remember the actual name of the guy. The guy that runs it literally lives 2 houses down from my dad. But it's like Delaware Outdoors Helping Warriors or something. It started off as like he would donate stuff to the fire department and everything. They've done 2 or 3 trips now with trailers loaded, and the most recent one he posted, he's like, we're looking for all winter gear, stuff for heating, winter jackets, winter clothing, anything you got, you want to donate, we're taking. That's what our primary focus is on this trip. So
damn, I was gonna ask you if you'd do something, but you've already recorded. I was gonna say, if you do your Feenix Moment Monday, can you make some announcement, if people will donate just winter clothes? There's organizations all over the country. I know, I talked to Dakota, there's a fire department near him. I think he said it was about an hour. They're bringing things down here. There's departments everywhere. Heck, there's a surplus of fire trucks coming. I've seen one from Maryland that's coming down here, and I think 2 more from
best
up
thing for
north.
subscribing. Welcome to the flock. One from I don't think it's any of the areas down there that was affected. I just randomly donated a truck to Tennessee, somewhere over in Maryland, I believe.
Yeah, they were
pop up in my news feed recently.
They were affected. I know which one you're talking about. There was a LaFrance that was donated. And it was slap full of equipment. They had it fully loaded.
Damn.
Yeah. But yeah, that was what I was going to ask.
That's another wild thing that I was thinking about. Towns up here, our fire companies, they literally get new trucks every 4 or 5 years. They get a new truck. Each department gets a new truck. And it's then you see these companies that are a lot of them will donate like their old like A's trucks. They'll don't just straight up donate them to a company. It's just like you look at it as like there's some places out there in the world that they can't even afford a used truck.
Oh
And
yeah.
it's like we're up here like spending millions every couple of years on these trucks. It's like it's crazy how different it is.
Well, like one department here, up in the mountains, they were sitting inside the station when the water started coming up. They couldn't get any of their trucks out. They actually had to climb on top of their tanker and cut a hole in the roof to get out. It rose that fast, and they lost everything.
It's crazy.
And it's like, okay, this is when people really do need help.
Yep.
And FEMA just needs to fuck off.
Oh, but if it was they were coming over the border, I'm pretty sure they get all kinds of help. That's another thing that blew my mind is that they made a huge deal about it only being $750. I was like, hey, anything helps at this point. But then you hear that a lot of people are getting denied for it. It's like,
Yeah.
the
Do you know-
fuck?
Do you know how many people I talked to up there in Chimney Rock that told me that they got denied?
It's disgusting. That right there makes you sick to your stomach, just knowing that. Oh, what's that? Oh, you pissed off Russia? Oh, well, here's trillions of dollars. Oh, you lost everything and you're one of us? The best we can do is have you apply for $750. Doesn't mean you're going to get it, but you can at least apply for it. It's like, fuck off. Absolutely fuck off.
And see, I agree. I seen a TikTok the other day of a sheriff down here.
Oh, the
And-
one that was putting in a pinch as he was talking to the...
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yes. But
I
let me
love
tell you-
that guy. He became my favorite guy overnight.
Let me tell you now, he's just like me, a true North Carolinian, and that is a Carolinian by heart. When he flat out said, leave us the hell alone, let us mountain folks and foothill folks take care of our own. That's what we've been doing all of our lives. And it's 110% true.
He's like,
Let them take care of our
get out of here, let the good people of the mountains and foothills, just the good people do what they do best.
Yep.
Like,
I mean, yes,
and they
we tried
packing
to
a lip as he's doing it. I'm like, this is my favorite guy.
I mean, we take care of our own, but don't mean we don't need help. That's for sure. But he was mainly
From
saying
what I
that.
heard, FEMA's all they've done is fucking hinder the process.
So I've ran into like 2 FEMA officers, and one of them looked at me. He was like, "Who are you?" I was like, "I'm Matt." He's like, "What organization you're with?" I'm like, "Well, I'm up here on my vacation." He's like, "Well, you need to leave." I said, "No, I can pull out my card and tell you now you can be the one to fucking leave." He was like, "Well, who do you work for?" I said, "The United States Air Force." He was like, "Oh." I said, "Yeah, the Department of Defense will have a nice little word on this one." He's like, "Oh, no, we don't need to do that." I said, "No, I think we do." I said, "You ain't gonna run people off." And it's pretty bad. The 82nd Airborne and 101st Airborne is up there helping. They have royally screwed up. And they don't think they have. FEMA's a joke. I'm waiting to hear where they have all the supplies and stuff stored at now.
Yeah, was that part true where they were coming in and just confiscating all the donated goods?
They tried to. I've heard mixed things. Like I've heard people say they have in certain areas, and in certain areas they were like one guy. I did talk to him. He was part of an organization. I forgot who, like Wings for Brothers or something like that. He was a helicopter pilot, and he landed in this little area, and it had a whole bunch of helicopters there, and fired EMS personnel, and FEMA showed up and was like, you need to, told the guy who was in charge that you need to, like, assist and listen to the locals, the local emergency management. And he turned around and was like, okay. Like, I didn't think I wasn't. Like, he was standing there just staring, like, at all the firefighters standing there. Like, they're coming in trying to undermine everybody and take things. A lot of people are afraid that they're going to lose their house, like, their land. Because that's what FEMA is known to do.
Gotta have somewhere to put everybody coming across the border.
Sure as hell ain't gonna be in the mountains, I can tell you that now. Especially here in North Carolina. It's the wrong goddamn place to be. There's too many hillbillies up there. Let me tell you now, them little fuckers don't play.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for me for tonight. If you guys did enjoy the stream, do me a huge favor. Leave a like down below. It does help me out so very much, and I do appreciate it so very much. If you guys do want to see future live streams, be sure to click that subscribe button. Programming note, I will not be here tomorrow night. It is, well, now tonight. It is the missus' birthday. I'm taking off to spend the day with her, day and evening, so I will not be here tomorrow.
Jump off here. I figured you ended your stream.
Yeah, I'm doing my outro now. But anyway, thank you guys so very much for watching, and I will see you guys next week. Bye!